Chapter 3307. His encounter with the Star River prefectures. Li family had been predestined. The roar produced by the cosmic level body and the power of his blood chi spread out like a boundless ocean, crashing into the bodies of those present. Their bodies were badly mutilated by the roar. Other than the cosmic level body, no other body could withstand it. The treasures were sent flying, and the armors were dented and cracked. They had completely lost their defense and became useless. Even Li Yunhao himself was sent flying by the power of the roar. The mirror treasure in the air lost its function. The old man under the mountain of flesh snickered and snatched the mirror treasure. Cough, cough, cough. I didn't expect you to be stronger than I thought. Li Yunhao steadied himself and his eyes turned bloodshot. Most of his people were dead, and the remaining ones were badly injured. They had less than 20% of their combat power. The result was beyond his expectations. How could Lin Fei be so strong? Even in the Star River prefecture, there are very few geniuses with such combat power. How did he meet one here? If I wasn't strong, how would I dare to come in alone? Lin Fei's only target was Li Yunhao. The shield in front of Li Yunhao was hit by a storm of attacks. Li Yunhao was so fast that he could no longer be seen. The only thing he could see were the fists raining down on the shield from all directions. This defensive shield was something that Li Yunhao had spent a lot of money to buy. However, at this moment, it was unable to withstand this kind of devastation and was covered in cracks. You forced me to do this. Li Yunhao knew that the mysterious Lin Fei was stronger than he had imagined. The ultimate gods he had brought along were all experts, but they were like ants in front of Lin Fei. Die. Li Yunhao used his killer move. The opponent's pure experience had crushed the shield in front of him. Li Yunhao had to use his killer move since there was a certain gap in their strength. He pulled with both hands, and a Jingguang was pulled out. Traceless. The Jingguang was pulled out from Li Yunhao's hand, lighting up the whole Yuan Shin's secret realms. Kid, be careful. This is a move that contains the will of a universe-level warrior. The old man below the meat mountain warned. Li Yunhao also revealed a sinister smile. You're strong, really strong. Unfortunately, you can't be used by me, so I can only kill you. Jingguang is not very long. It instantly gave Lin Fei a sense of danger, but it was only a sense of danger. Jingguang slashed forward. As Jingguang slashed down, an illusory figure appeared. Only a silhouette was left, and its features could not be seen clearly. It was as if it did not exist, as if it could break at any moment. As soon as the phantom appeared, the space Lin Fei was in was directly suppressed. Country bumpkin, you will never understand the power of a universe-level fighter. Li Yunhao said proudly, every time this move is used, someone will die. To be able to kill such a powerful martial path, God Venerable, Li Yunhao was also satisfied. This was Lin Fei's first time seeing the power of a universe-level fighter. Although it could not truly reach the level of a universe-level fighter, at least there was a hint of charm in it. Suppressing space, making people unable to move. This is a form of deterrence. Lin Fei was not anxious at all. He wanted to experience the power of a universe-level fighter. As the space was suppressed, the saber light slashed in front of him. The barrier formed by Lin Fei's body was cut inch by the saber light, leaving behind blood spots on his skin like needles, left behind by the will. The power is average, enough to deal with a God Venerable. Lin Fei shook his head in front of Li Yunhao. He reached out a hand and casually grabbed the Jingguang. An endless amount of power exploded, as if it was trying to break Lin Fei's palm. Ha ha ha! A country bumpkin is a country bumpkin, a universe-level attack. You can block it with your body. As soon as the voice fell, Li Yunhao's face stiffened. With a bang, the Jingguang was completely crushed by the country bumpkin Lin Fei. Countless Jingguang power burst out. The poor Li Yunhao was hit on the spot. A large bloody hole was left on his body. You're Your body can actually withstand a universe-level attack. Your body is a universe level. Li Yunhao coughed out blood, but his eyes were full of horror. You know too much. Lin Fei slapped out with his palm, blotting out the sky. Ha ha ha, Lin Fei, you are dead, not a universe level. But you have a universe level body. You can wait for the whole world to hunt you down. Li Yunhao went crazy. With a slap, Li Yunhao was smashed into a meat patty. The defensive treasure on his body burst like bubbles, and he was no longer breathing. Fool, you really think you can spread the news? Lin Fei snorted coldly. If he had not prepared, he would not have dared to use his full strength. It was a pity that the Li family experts from the Star River Prefecture could not force Lin Fei to use his peak combat power. Not even a warm-up, it was really disappointing. With Li Yunhao dead, the experts he brought did not have a good ending. They were all killed by Lin Fei. Kid, I want this body of yours. The mountain of flesh, which had been suppressed, opened its bloody mouth and swallowed Lin Fei in one gulp. Within the mountain of flesh, there was a space. In the space, the old man was no longer in a sorry state. He was sitting high up on a throne in a huge palace, playing with a treasure in his hand. It was the mirror-like treasure. When Lin Fei landed in the palace inside the mountain of flesh, his entire body was suppressed. He could not use a trace of energy in his body. It was as if he did not belong here. Welcome to my cosmos world. On the throne, the old man's eyes were shining brightly. He kept staring at Lin Fei. In my cosmos world, I am God. I am an invincible existence. Cosmos world. Lin Fei felt that it was inconceivable. He had been to many spaces. Even if it was dangerous, it was just pressure. However, in this space, it was not the same as he imagined it to be. In this place, it was as if he had lost control of his energy. It no longer belonged to him. How would a junior the power of the cosmos world? The old man laughed. Back then, there was no cosmos world. It was just dust. You can cultivate your body to the level of a cosmos world. It is indeed not simple. It is a pity that this body is very useful to me. Now hand over your body. A Class 8 dangerous space. It was indeed dangerous. Lin Fei felt that his entire consciousness was about to leave his body. A feeling of floating appeared in his body. Danger. A true danger. The old man was originally prepared to play with the Li family kid. But in the end, a guy with an unbelievably strong body came in, causing him to be quite shocked. Thus he chose to wait and see. Along the way, the more he looked, the more he liked it. A truly perfect body. If you were outside, I might be afraid of you, but now that you are in my cosmos world, you have no chance to struggle. The old man stood up from the throne and walked in front of Lin Fei, looking down at him. Chapter 3308. The old man was an ancient being named He Yuan. He had been suppressed in the Forbidden Soul Zone for a full 2 million years. Compared to those ancient beings who had died, He Yuan had been suppressed for the shortest period of time. His forte was not in attacking, but in preserving his life. Hence, while those ancient beings had died of exhaustion, he had always been alive. This time, He Yuan saw a chance to escape. As long as he could possess this body, he would definitely be able to leave this damned place. He was already sick of this place. Now that a body comparable to a universe-level body had been delivered to him, his strength would not be affected too much. He would be able to regain his strength very quickly. He Yuan would laugh even in his dreams if he encountered such a good opportunity. Hence, he did not stop the other party from killing the Li family members. Compared to them, this was what made He Yuan's eyes shine. Kill. Just as He Yuan landed in front of Lin Fei and was about to possess him, a ball of light exploded in front of He Yuan. Layers of protection appeared in front of He Yuan, but the protection continued to crumble, one layer after another. The protection crumbled. He Yuan retreated. In the blink of an eye, he had returned to his throne. During this period, he had suffered countless attacks. A drop of blood flowed from between his eyebrows. You actually injured this old man. How many years has it been? I have almost forgotten the feeling of pain. The blood flowed down and floated in front of He Yuan. Unknowingly, a hole had appeared in between his eyebrows. The existence being suppressed is really powerful. My sword attack only left a drop of blood. Lin Fei finally understood why this place was classified as a level 8 dangerous space. If not for the system's assistance, that move just now would have caused him to lose his body and watch helplessly as his body was forcibly taken over. You actually have a treasure on you that can withstand the universe world. He Yuan had underestimated this fellow and was pleasantly surprised. That's good too. The stronger you are, the faster I will recover. Old man, if you don't want to die, surrender obediently and I will spare your life. It would be a pity for an expert like you to die. Lin Fei maintained his previous posture. You want to kill me? He Yuan sneered. In my universe world, no one has ever been able to kill me. Back then, they couldn't kill me, and neither can you. Boom! 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 Lin Fei's palace collapsed without warning. A powerful force pressed down on him. Just this pressure alone was at the universe level. Lin Fei had lost the ability to control his physical body. This should be the suppression of the universe. In this world, he was an invincible existence. That old man definitely won't be able to maintain such a powerful attack for long. Lin Fei exchanged absolute space for himself. He wanted to test his opponent's strength. Once the absolute space was formed, Lin Fei immediately regained his freedom. The power in his body filled his entire body, and that feeling of powerlessness completely disappeared. With a single push, the place where Lin Fei was standing was flattened. A powerful force slammed into absolute space, tyrannically wreaking havoc. However, it was unable to tear through absolute space's defenses. Wave after wave, Lin Fei could be seen floating in the air. Old man, this place is not bad. You can be a local tyrant. Lin Fei followed the flow of energy in the face of the storm of attacks. This method consumed very little of his prestige, but it also allowed him to experience the old man's attack methods. Within He Yuan's universe world, waves of powerful energy that could kill an ultimate god countless times had no effect on Lin Fei's body at that moment. His opponent was like the wind, following the flow of energy. He Yuan, who had been watching from afar, looked worse and worse. That kid, what treasure does he have? It's impossible for him to keep blocking my attacks. The old man looked at his opponent's leisurely manner and gritted his teeth. He Yuan doesn't believe that his treasure can last that long. Since things had come to this, the old man would not stop until he took down his opponent. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 6 days, 10 days, 20 days, He Yuan used all kinds of methods. Why can't I open that layer? He Yuan's eyes were bloodshot. He was so close. In 20 days, he had used up 80% of the universe world's power. Unable to take down that area, He Yuan was full of bitterness. He was good at staying alive. If he had the strength he had back then, he would not be in such a passive position. Over the years, it was not easy for He Yuan to maintain his universe world and his universe level strength. Old man, hurry up! Lin Fei urged the other party again. Since 5 days ago, the power attacking him had started to weaken. Every day, it would weaken to a certain extent. This change was within Lin Fei's expectations. In these 20 days, Lin Fei relied on absolute space and used up less than 300 billion reputation. It was a very conservative move. Kid, who are you to be able to withstand my attacks for 20 days? You're definitely not an ordinary person. Are you the reincarnation of a universe warrior? I might even know you. He Yuan did not dare to approach the other party. He Yuan had not forgotten the wound between his eyebrows. He did not know how the other party had attacked. In any case, he had been injured. It was fortunate that they were in the universe world. If they had been outside, he would have been seriously injured. Now, He Yuan was in a difficult position. It was almost impossible to take down the other party. This kid exuded a strange aura. He did not look old, but he had many life-saving treasures on him. He had even mastered such a strange and powerful attack. Troublesome. Not just any ordinary kind of troublesome. Looks like you're at your wit's end. Lin Fei knew that it was his turn to attack. If I were at my peak, I would not be your match. But now, you're definitely not my match. After 20 days of attacks, I'm guessing you've used up almost all the energy in this universe. Let's see how you can withstand it. He Yuan's heart went cold. This guy knew all along and was purposely exhausting the old man's universe energy. Kill! Lin Fei pointed 2 fingers and slashed across the air. The speed of the sword exceeded He Yuan's reaction time. Although He Yuan was prepared, he was still a step too slow. Shields appeared in front of him. Based on the previous time, he believed that he would be able to withstand it. However, this time, Lin Fei's energy consumption was 3 times that of the previous time. He Yuan was caught off guard and suffered a huge loss. The sword pierced through his eyebrows and penetrated his entire brain. He Yuan's energy was greatly depleted, and a palace reappeared. It fell from above and landed on the throne. You're really treacherous. You can restrain the power of the same move to such an extent. He Yuan did not dare to imagine that the other party could control his power to such an extent. He had been caught off guard and had been seriously injured with a single sword strike. He had failed miserably at such an easy task. Lin Fei was also shocked as he stood in the palace. I used a killing technique with 3 times the prestige output, but I couldn't kill the other party. The life force of a universe warrior is terrifyingly dense. I wonder if I can add plunder skills in the future. Chapter 3309. He Yuan just stared at the other party. As one of the most famous powerhouses in the universe, he had almost forgotten his own name. However, on this day he was helpless against a junior. It was truly a terrible thing. He Yuan even dared to say that the fellow survivors of the Forbidden Soul zone might not be able to take this guy down. Anyone who heard that someone who was not a universe-grade powerhouse could use a move that could injure a universe-grade powerhouse would find it inconceivable. The other party did not have the aura of the universe. This was a heaven-defying pace. The old man knew that he would not be able to block the next sword. He dared not guarantee how many more secrets the other party was hiding. At the very least, he could not see through this person. There were secrets all over him. He Yuan was not confident that he could take down the other party, and he even had to consider his own life. You win. He Yuan did not want to die now. After living for so long, he had nothing more to look forward to. If he died, there would be nothing left to look forward to. However, it's not a problem if you want my things. He Yuan said darkly. However, you have to help me do something. If you don't agree, I will destroy those treasures immediately. I believe you won't be able to stop me if you are willing to give it a try. Lin Fei was very interested in the old man's collection. This was a good thing to exchange for the power of faith. If this guy also had the power of faith, it would be the best thing for him. However, the other party's words made Lin Fei feel helpless. This old man was really good at divination. Just as he said, this place did not look big. Even after 20 days, Lin Fei had not fully understood it. The problem was, how big was this place? The universe that the old man mentioned was not just for show. Naturally, it had its own advantages. If the old man really wanted to destroy the treasures, Lin Fei would not be able to stop him. Although the old man could not do anything to him, it would not be easy for Lin Fei to obtain the items. Lin Fei could not bear to kill the other party. Crafty old fox? There was nothing for Lin Fei to worry about. The power of the previous sword was enough to make the other party afraid, unless he really wanted to die. You first, Lin Fei said. If I can, I will definitely help you. But if I can't, then I won't promise you. If I can't get what I want, then I'll kill you." Lin Fei's interest was piqued. If he really couldn't get his hands on the old man's collection, then he wouldn't mind killing him. No matter how strong the old man was, he would just need another 3 to 5 sword strikes. As for using absolute space to imprison the other party, Lin Fei wasn't confident. He could control the power of this world. For example, if Lin Fei wanted to make a move now, he would have to rely on the system, and he would even have to open an absolute space to protect himself. This old man is tired of living here. He Yuan took a deep breath and revealed a look of yearning. However, coupled with his pale face, he felt very strange. "I want you to take me out of this place. As long as you take me out, not only will I give you the treasures, but I can even take you to a space in the Forbidden Soul Zone. There is a body-refining technique left behind by a supreme universe-level expert. It's very suitable for you." Lin Fei chuckled. "You think too highly of me. Even you can't escape from this place. What can a junior like me do? It seems like I have no choice but to kill you. Who asked me to have never killed a universe-level senior in my entire life?" Another sword strike, not giving the old man a chance to speak. This sword strike left only a sword light, which was particularly dazzling in the palace. He Yuan organized his defense and gathered the energy of the universe in front of him to block the sword strike. However, the sword still pierced through his body. On the other hand, the throne behind him was incomparably sturdy and was actually unscathed. "Senior, you're still strong despite your age. It seems like you can withstand at least 3 to 5 more sword strikes." Lin Fei pretended to attack. He Yuan suffered another sword strike, and his injuries worsened. He thought to himself, "This little bastard doesn't know how to respect the old and cherish the young. My old bones, one more sword strike, and I'm really done for. Wait, I'll give it to you, I'll give it to you." In the face of his life, the old man chose to lower his head. Although he was now a universe-level expert, his strength was really very weak. He couldn't even deal with a junior and had even exhausted his energy. If he had known this would happen, he wouldn't have tried to take over the body. The loss was too great. "Wouldn't it have been better if you had cried out earlier?" Lin Fei laughed, but he didn't dare to underestimate the other party. This fellow was not honest and was quite cunning. If not for the system, he would probably be at a disadvantage, especially after entering the other party's universe. That would mean a completely different thing. "Here you go." A storage ring was taken from the old man's hand and unbound. It floated in front of Lin Fei. "My things are all inside." Lin Fei wasn't afraid of the other party playing any tricks. If he didn't behave, he would beat him to death. He scanned the storage ring with his divine sense. There were only a few things inside. Lin Fei was a little dumbfounded. "Senior, do you know that you're so poor?" He Yuan couldn't keep his face any longer. "Brat, this old man was a tycoon back in the day. If not for this place being isolated from all the heaven and earth spiritual chi, all my treasures would have been refined. Otherwise, I'd have so many things that you'd be scared to death." Being able to survive until now was naturally a testament to his ability. This was something that Lin Fei really admired. Swish, swish, swish. All the items in the storage ring fell out. There were 6 items in total. There isn't even the power of faith. Lin Fei glanced over the items and found that there were 4 that he couldn't recognize. He muttered to himself. He Yuan's face darkened again. Power of faith. Humph. These 6 items can be exchanged for at least 2 to 3 billion power of faith. This is good stuff. 2 to 3 billion power of faith. Due to the abundance of power of faith, it could be exchanged for a huge number of prestige points. It was hard for Lin Fei not to be shocked. Are you sure? No matter how he looked at these 6 items, Lin Fei couldn't see anything special about them. Listen up. He Yuan was furious. He was really going to be angered to death by this brat today. How could he not recognize such good stuff when it was right in front of him? He must be blind to say that they weren't valuable. What a bastard. The one in front is the long saber. It's a grade 9 cosmic divine weapon. Just this cosmic divine weapon alone costs 1 billion power of faith. Furthermore, someone has to sell it. Look at the mirror. The treasure that the Lee kid brought out is also a cosmic divine weapon. It's a grade 9 cosmic divine weapon. It won't be a problem to sell it for 300 million power of faith. After listening to the old man's explanation, Lin Fei finally understood the value of these 6 items. According to the old man, all the elixirs and treasures had been refined. Only these few items were left, and they could be considered the old man's most valuable items. Chapter 33:10. Lin Fei quickly ascertained the value of the items he had plundered from the old man. As for the old man, He Yuan, who looked like he was about to die, Lin Fei chose to ignore him. If not for his strength, he would have been possessed long ago. I'm out. I'm really out. He Yuan was shrouded in a space as he stood behind Lin Fei. He was already outside the small space inside the Forbidden Soul Zone, a grown man with tears streaming down his face. After being suppressed for 2 million years, He Yuan had been looking forward to this day for a long time. He had never imagined that he would be released under such circumstances, even though the fellow before him had beaten him half to death and plundered his treasures. He had at least brought him out. He Yuan had very complicated feelings toward this young man. Now that I've brought you out, aren't you going to fulfill your promise? For example, Lin Fei grinned at He Yuan. I'll lead the way immediately. He Yuan suppressed the unrealistic thoughts in his mind. He was no match for him now. The trump cards that the other party had seemed to be beyond his imagination. It was just as he had said. He Yuan seemed to be very familiar with this. Lin Fei believed He Yuan's words. He checked the map of the Forbidden Soul Zone and realized that the other party had brought him to a level 9 dangerous space. This level 9 dangerous space was one of the few spaces present. This old man isn't being honest. He wants me to trick him into a level 9 space. Lin Fei followed behind him without batting an eyelid. That's good too. With this local bully leading me in, at least he won't attack me immediately. I can also severely injure him and snatch his items. These thoughts flashed through Lin Fei's mind. He Yuan was grateful to the other party, but this gratitude did not last long. As an expert from 2 million years ago, how could he admit defeat so easily? That was impossible. Humph, once we're inside, no matter how powerful you are, you'll still fall for my tricks. We're here. He Yuan pointed at a towering tree and grabbed it with his palm. The barrier in front of him was torn apart, revealing an entrance. There used to be an all-powerful body refinement expert in the universe, suppressed here. Those fellows couldn't kill him. He was truly indestructible. Your Excellency has learned his body refinement attacks and even a powerful visualization technique. Your Excellency's strength will definitely increase greatly, He Yuan said. Looking at the time, he should be at his last gasp, or even dying of old age. A universe body, refiner. I like this. Lead the way. Lin Fei smiled. He Yuan nodded and entered the space. Lin Fei followed behind him. Ha ha ha, Immortal Gene, you're finally dead. So what if your attack power is strong? You still can't beat me. He Yuan entered the secret chamber. A corpse was sitting cross-legged. There was no trace of life, as if he was really dead. Kill! After Lin Fei saw the corpse, 2 Jingguang beams shot out from his eyes and pierced through He Yuan's body. The power of the Jingguang beams did not change, but 2 fist-sized bloody holes appeared on the corpse. Bastard, how did you find out? The lifeless corpse instantly came to life. It was a burly man. He clutched the bloody hole in his chest and looked at the young man in shock. His ambush had failed, and he had been seriously injured instead. I'm a cautious person. Even if it's a corpse, I'll still stab it twice even if it's dead. Lin Fei said with a smile. Who knew you weren't dead? Immortal Jean, this kid is troublesome. Finish him quickly. He Yuan vomited blood and fell to the ground, looking depressed. He had clearly plotted against the other party, but he had been stabbed twice. What the hell? Just who was he plotting against? Stinking brat, you're too cunning and shameless. The burly man was 6 feet tall and had a strong physique. The muscles on his naked upper body bulged, and at this moment the 2 wounds were extremely glaring. Kid, you've angered me. Immortal Jin's voice was like a great bell, causing the space to constantly tremble. Trap. A huge cage instantly fell on Immortal Jin's body. You want to trap me with such a small thing? Immortal Jin's face was full of disdain. He punched the sky, but the cage didn't move at all. His face sank. You have some ability, but that's it. Immortal Jin's Jingguang body was like a golden man. The sky full of afterimages fell on the cage, causing it to constantly shake. But it still didn't break. Continue. I'll wait for you to come out and kill me. Lin Fei came in front of He Tu and kicked him. With a loud sound, He Yuan vomited blood and his entire body twisted like a fried dough twist. Misunderstanding. It's definitely a misunderstanding. He Yuan's injuries were already severe. After being stabbed twice, his injuries became even more serious. Plotting against me. You're really daring. Who told you to plot against me? Lin Fei rushed over and lifted He Yuan up again. Without waiting for He Yuan to fall to the ground, Lin Fei came behind him and punched him again. If I had known, you wouldn't have been my teacher. Lin Fei stepped on He Yuan. He Yuan smashed into the ground, but the ground was very hard. With just one step, He Yuan was on the verge of death. Don't hit me anymore. Spare me. I won't dare to do it again. He Yuan came up to hug Lin Fei's thigh. He didn't care about his reputation as an expert anymore. I'm obsessed. Don't hit me anymore. My body can't take it anymore. He Yuan cried bitterly. Those few kicks didn't seem to be very powerful. But to He Yuan, each kick almost made him explode. One kick was already unbearable, not to mention the second and third kicks. Despair and pain followed. He Yuan was indeed bewitched. He thought that he knew Jean Immortal Jean and could join forces to attack him. Who knew that Jean Immortal Jean was too cautious and caught him off guard. It was really terrible. The trapped Jean Bummy, who had the power to kill an ultimate god with one punch, encountered an unbelievable scene at that moment. The thin layer of the cage's defense was unbelievably strong. After a few hundred punches, the cage showed no signs of collapsing. Instead, it was unbelievably strong. What kind of treasure is this? How can it withstand my fierce attacks? No, this is absolutely impossible. Jean Bummy punched the cage again and again. When he saw Lin Fei beating up He Yuan, his pupils shrank. What the hell? Universe level power, and it comes from the flesh body. Just what kind of person is this? He Yuan was lying on the ground on the verge of death. I don't believe it. Gold imperishable attacked like a storm. In the blink of an eye, 3 days had passed, but the cage didn't budge at all. Most of the energy within his body had been consumed. What kind of treasure is this? Jean, undying, gasped for breath. After 3 days, he was exhausted. You don't have the right to know. Lin Fei laughed. Hand over all your valuables, and you can continue living. Maybe I'll capture you and sell you to a universe-level warrior for a huge sum of money. You dare? Jean Bummy glared. You're already a prisoner. What do you think? Lin Fei said. I wonder how many attacks your universe space can withstand. Voila! A terrifying sword beam shot out from Lin Fei's body and slashed at the space. Chapter 33:11. When Jean Immortal's universe was affected, he had no choice but to bow his head and admit defeat. He had lost a lot of face this time. That kid was more powerful than he had imagined. He Yuan's loss was not unjustified. What Lin Fei didn't expect was that this gene immortal was even poorer than Hey Tuesday. He didn't have a single treasure left behind, which made him almost vomit blood. Wouldn't this be a waste of effort? Seeing that Lin Fei was about to kill, Gene Immortal couldn't remain calm. Even now, he couldn't figure out his opponent's background. After secretly communicating with He Yuan, he realized how terrifying this person was. He could actually bring someone out of the suppressed space. This method was heaven-defying. Gene Immortal had wanted to leave this place for many years, but the seal of the small space was boundlessly powerful. Those ancient existences had all died in the small space. I can give you a powerful visualization technique that was passed down by an almighty. It's because I learned this technique that my combat power is amazing. Gene Immortal hurriedly said. He was really afraid. This seemingly harmless guy definitely had the strength to kill him. He wasn't at the universe level, but he had the strength of a universe level. He might even be hiding a terrifying trump card. That was the most terrifying thing. Tell me about it. Lin Fei would be very dissatisfied if he did all this for nothing. Gene Immortal didn't dare to hide anything. He told He Yuan about the infinite eternity he had cultivated, not daring to hide anything. As for He Yuan, he simply shut off his divine sense and pretended to be deaf and mute. He knew of this infinite eternity, and it was a very powerful visualization technique. Back then, Gene Immortal had dominated the world because of the infinite eternity visualization technique. Unfortunately, he had encountered an even more powerful sect and was directly suppressed. He Yuan wouldn't dare to eavesdrop on this powerful visualization technique even if he had 100 guts. The young man in front of him wasn't easy to deal with. If he angered him, he would definitely be the unlucky one when he slashed at him. There was no other possibility. Lin Fei listened very carefully. This visualization technique was very mysterious. From the information he had gathered, Lin Fei knew one thing. In the previous civilization, almost everyone used visualization techniques to increase their combat power. Every single one of the strongest practitioners practiced a powerful visualization technique. After mastering it, they would be able to transform into a visualization existence, an existence that everyone feared. Even though this visualization technique of mine can't compare to those top-rate visualization techniques, it's still a quasi-top-rate existence. It's boundless and eternal, and it's a special existence that runs through the present and the future. Once it's visualized, then I'll be able to draw an unending stream of vitality from it. Whoosh! Gene Indestructible began to visualize. In an instant, a vast and boundless celestial river appeared behind him. When he appeared, even Lin Fei felt incomparably small. This is the boundless, eternal Milky Way. Lin Fei could feel the terrifying might of the heavenly river behind Gene Imperishable. Even with the existence of the system, he still felt invincible. Strong. No, this is the boundless, eternal Milky Way. Since ancient times, very few people have been able to visualize this visualization technique. Gene Imperishable bitterly smiled. Unfortunately, my boundless, eternal Milky Way has been sealed. This was the feeling of powerlessness that Gene Imperishable felt. Once you visualize the boundless, eternal Milky Way, you can learn the infinite divine fist. This is a fist technique with no upper limit. The stronger the body, the more powerful the fist technique. Lin Fei slightly frowned. It sounds very high and mighty, but when you use it, I don't feel that way. Gene Imperishable was rebuked. I've been sealed. This place is isolated from everything. Gene Imperishable lowered his head. This was the most shameful thing. It's understandable. Lin Fei didn't try to visualize it. Moreover, it wasn't the right time. I'll teach you the infinite divine fist now. Soon, Lin Fei copied the infinite divine fist technique. I have no way of knowing whether it's good or bad. Lin Fei smiled. It just so happens that I'm lacking a few cannon fodder. Your strength isn't bad. You can be cannon fodder. Cannon fodder? Jean Imperishable's gaze turned cold. Lin Fei didn't care. If you're willing to continue staying here, I have no objections. But as long as you become my cannon fodder for 1,000 years, I'll return your freedom. Ever since he had heard about the power of the visualization technique, Lin Fei had been eyeing it. It would be a great loss if he didn't have such a powerful fighter. You'll take me out? Jean Imperishable actually wanted to mention it, but he didn't dare to. His strongest strength couldn't even break a single move from the other party. What confidence did he have? I'm willing to be cannon fodder. He Yuan was the first to pounce and hug Lin Fei's thigh. Take me out. Previously, he had plotted against Lin Fei, but failed. He Yuan was like an ant on a hot pan. If he were to abandon him here, he would really be done for. Cannon fodder? 1,000 years? He Yuan didn't hesitate to hug Lin Fei's thigh. At such a young age, he was shrouded in a layer of mystery, and his methods were unimaginable. If He Yuan didn't hug Lin Fei's thigh, when would he? Jean Imperishable was still considering when he saw He Yuan's actions. He cursed this bastard in his heart. Back then you were so high and mighty. Now, for the sake of freedom, you'd become so shameless. If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he wouldn't have believed it. I'm willing. Whether it was He Yuan or Jean Imperishable, they both wanted to leave this place. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it. Now their chance had come. Being cannon fodder for 1,000 years was just a blink of an eye. For the sake of freedom, they were willing to do anything. Since they couldn't beat Lin Fei, they could only obediently be cannon fodder. Lin Fei now had his eyes on the level 10 danger zone. With these powerful cannon fodder around, he might be able to reap some benefits. It would be a pity if he didn't go. Who knew if he would still be in the Forbidden Soul Zone the next time he came? Lin Fei spent some prestige to exchange for a sealing technique that could seal people. At the same time, this seal would absorb energy until it reached its limit. If the seal wasn't removed, the other party would undoubtedly die. It was a very simple item. He Yuan and Jean Imperishable had no other choice. They could either die of old age here, and they didn't have many years left to live. If they didn't leave now, when would they be able to? They were unwilling. They decisively let Lin Fei set up the sealing technique. When the sealing technique was set up, they actually couldn't feel the existence of the seal. However, a voice in the unseen world told them that they had indeed been struck by a terrifying sealing technique. When they looked at Lin Fei again, their hearts couldn't calm down. I'll bring you out now. Lin Fei took out a large cage, and the two's auras instantly disappeared. He brought them out of the small space. The spatial power that had been obstructing them now ignored them and allowed them to be brought out. Chapter 3312 Boundless World Mountain, Forbidden Soul Zone. In one of the level 8 danger zones. Under the joint attack of He Yuan and Jean Bummy, Lin Fei and the other two easily took over the space and plundered all the treasures within. Awesome! With the help of 2 cannon fodder, Lin Fei saved a lot of prestige. There was almost no danger in the level 7 or 8 space. He wanted to find a few more cannon fodder, but unfortunately, these people were not so lucky. They all became Yuan Shin's secret realms, which disappointed Lin Fei for a while. Level 9 danger zone. This was one of the few danger zones. A year was not a long time. Lin Fei did not want to waste time, so he emptied the level 9 danger zone first. There's someone. This level 9 space was in a very hidden location, but at this time there were people attacking in the level 9 space, releasing energy auras. It seems like the aura of light. He Yuan said, I also feel the aura of light. After Jean Bummy left the small space, he recovered a lot of his strength. With a visualization technique, energy continuously flowed into his body. Lin Fei smiled. My luck is not bad. I met an old friend. He Yuan and Jean Bummy looked at each other, knowing that this old friend was in trouble. Ever since they became cannon fodder, He Yuan and Jean Bummy could see that this person looked harmless normally, but when he fought he would definitely kill. In the Yuan Shen secret realm, the people from the Radiant Temple were attacking a semi-solid figure. The power of light enveloped the Yuan Shen secret realm. Majestic and divine aura covered the sky. The experts from the Radiant Temple, including the Tao Protector, were attacking this figure. Under the semi-solid state, the figure was extremely powerful and was not at a disadvantage at all. It's the shadow scar from back then. He Yuan recognized it and said in shock. To think that he still couldn't stop the great enemy of time and became a Yuan Shen secret realm after death. Jean Bummy sighed. Lin Fei was not interested to know who it was. You guys go up and have fun with the people from the Radiant Temple. Lin Fei said with a smile. He Yuan and Jean Bummy accepted the order and went up. Radiant Temple fella die. Black Yuan was an adept at attacking. As a universe level, his normal attacks were extremely lethal. Gold Indestructible was even simpler. He punched out with his infinite divine fist. The mighty fist wind swept over, and the light was torn apart. The Divine Light Temple's formation was activated, and a huge defensive barrier appeared. Waves of ripples appeared, and brilliant light shone. Who are you? The Divine Son of Light unleashed his primordial spirit to fight, a true 12-winged angel. The formation he laid down began to shake violently. Cracks appeared one after another. Damn you! Jean Imperishable didn't have a good temper. He attacked once more, his fist imprints majestically smashing into the formation saving diagram. He Yuan assisted from the side. For a moment, the huge barrier was like a lonely boat in the middle of the ocean, swaying nonstop. It's a universe warrior. The expressions of the two Tao protectors changed. Impossible, the experts of the hopeless boundary mountain cosmos can't enter. They must have escaped from the Forbidden Soul area. As Tao protectors, their combat power was also at the universe level, but they weren't real universe warriors. In front of these two, they had no chance of winning. The Divine Son of Light's mind was disturbed. Caught off guard, he was injured by the Shadow's attack, and he grunted. Oh no, it's going to break. He Yuan and Gold Indestructible were extremely powerful. How could a mere formation block their attack? It didn't last long before the barrier collapsed. You too. We are from the Divine Light Temple. Is there a misunderstanding? The Tao Protector stood in front of the Divine Son of Light and said. Gold Indestructible moved his fist, and a storm of attacks rolled over. Bang, bang, bang. In just one exchange, the experts and elders of the Divine Light Temple were all blown to pieces. In the blink of an eye, only the Divine Son of Light and the Tao Protector were left. The two Tao Protectors joined forces to block the attack, but their expressions changed drastically. The opponent wasn't in a weakened state. He was a true universe warrior. If there was only one person, they might have been able to contend with him. But now that there were two universe warriors, it was different. You can block my punch. Not bad, not bad. Gold Indestructible strength hadn't fully recovered, but there were no restrictions on using universe-level attacks. The two Tao Protectors were having a hard time blocking. They were at most pseudo-universe warriors. Compared to real ones, they were obviously a whole level lower. We don't want the Yuan Shen secret realm anymore. The Divine Son of Light was also decisive. We will leave this place immediately. Please let us go. He Yuan chuckled. Wrong. We were only ordered to kill you. Letting you go is not up to me. The Divine Son of Light and the Tao Protector's expressions changed. They thought they had offended a universe warrior, but they had offended a big shot as well. This puzzled them no matter how they thought about it. They didn't seem to have offended anyone in Boundless World Mountain. How could they be targeted by a universe warrior? This was completely impossible. He Yuan threw out this sentence and attacked the Tao protectors. He slapped them with a palm that covered the sky. One palm, and the three of them vomited blood. Gold Indestructible used another infinite divine fist to beat the three of them to the brink of death. They couldn't be compared to a real universe warrior. Divine Son of Light, we meet again. Lin Fei didn't let Gold Indestructible kill them. It's you. The Divine Son of Light's face was pale, and he vomited blood. His battle essence soul was about to be broken. He stared at the person coming over, his mind blank. The guy he saw as an ant actually had two universe warriors on his side. This was beyond his imagination. How is it? Are you surprised? Lin Fei smiled. I knew you wanted to kill me. Now I'm right in front of you. The Tao Protector was also shocked when he saw Lin Fei. How did this kid have such a powerful background? Back then, they didn't even look at each other. The Divine Son of Light suffered a big blow. It's a misunderstanding. How would I dare attack you? It was all my fault. He raised his hand and slapped himself, followed by a second slap. Lin Fei had underestimated this Divine Son of Light. He slapped himself again and again, as if he knew what was going to happen. However, to Lin Fei, this Divine Son of Light was not simple. He could act as he pleased. However, his killing intent could not be hidden. He kept contributing to Lin Fei's prestige. Sir, as long as you don't kill us, we are willing to pay any price, anything. One of the Tao protectors said, if they had known that this person had a powerful background, they wouldn't have looked down on him even if they were beaten to death. But now they had offended such a powerful warrior in Boundless World Mountain. They were really unlucky. Chapter 33:13. The radiant God's son and his protector left pathetically. All the treasures on his body had been completely taken away. Not a single one was left. Apart from that, Lin Fei also made the radiant God's son sign an IOU for 2 billion power of faith. As for whether or not he would give it to him, he was not worried at all. Oh, right, when a universe expert dies, can't he leave behind a universe crystal chip? Lin Fei asked curiously. He Yuan laughed bitterly. Although universe experts can have a universe crystal chip, it's not just any ordinary universe expert. It has to be at the pinnacle of the universe level. When the universe in their body starts to become complete, they can condense a universe crystal chip to break through to the next level. Lin Fei shook his head. A universe crystal chip was indeed not that simple. It had to be at the pinnacle of the universe level. This joke was too big. Let's go to the next space. He Yuan and Jean Bummy were shocked by Lin Fei's ability along the way. Those spaces did not need them to lead the way. He could find them one by one, and their locations were better prepared than theirs. It was truly an incredible thing. In a few of the level 8 spaces, Lin Fei met any external forces and wiped them out without holding back. He did not meet Mo Wuhua from the Black God Temple or Sky Lei Lai from the Celestial Martial Sect. The level 8 space was wiped out. The level 9 space was wiped out. Only the level 10 space was left. In the entire Forbidden Soul region, Lin Fei did not meet a third living ancient existence. They were basically all dead, leaving behind their powerful Yuan Shin secret realms. The last level 9 danger space in particular tormented Lin Fei and the other two quite a bit. The Yuan Shin secret realm formed after its death was still unbelievably powerful. Fortunately, there were 3 of them. 2 of them held the opponent back, and Lin Fei used his prestige killer move to injure the opponent. They successfully killed the opponent, and the rewards were bountiful. The last level, 10 danger space. Lin Fei was really looking forward to it. Let's go in. The last level 10 danger space. He Yuan and Jean Bummy entered first, and Lin Fei followed closely behind. He activated his prestige killer move, ready to go all out at any time. No Yuan Shin secret realm. As soon as he entered, Lin Fei saw a small empty space. Where are the corpses? He Yuan and Jean Indestructible looked around but couldn't find any corpses. Their complexions changed. Lin Fei furrowed his brows. This situation didn't seem right. It's been scanned. It's classified as a level 10 dangerous space. How could there be no one here? As soon as this thought appeared in his mind, he felt a sense of foreboding. A hand struck his body, and a violent force jolted Lin Fei, causing him to vomit a mouthful of blood. His entire body slammed into the small dimension. He Yuan and Gold Imperishable were the same. They had fallen to the ground, barely breathing, their eyes filled with horror. Jia, it's not easy. 3 of you came at once. No silhouette appeared, only the echoes of the voice. Black Yuan, Gold Imperishable, you too have quite a long life. You actually managed to live until now, but you're too timid. You were actually caught by a human boy. You've really lost face. In front of this voice, He Yuan and Jean Bummy's faces turned white, snow white without a trace of blood. It was as if they had never seen the sun for an entire year. You are that void cosmos god. He Yuan hesitated before saying. The moment this name came out, Gold Imperishable's expression changed once again. Clearly, he could discern the identity of the other party, and it was a terrifying identity. Who would have thought that someone could remember my name? Jia. The gloomy voice continued reverberating. Lin Fei, who was bleeding from the mysterious palm, felt his heart jolt. A terrifying energy was wreaking havoc in his body. It was crazily destroying his body. This was the first time someone had broken through his defense and injured himself. Level 10 dangerous space. It's indeed true. He was injured with a single palm. This person's strength was frighteningly strong. This fleshy body is good. Qi and blood is one. Even if he isn't a cosmos expert, he would have a cosmos fleshy body. This is truly a perfect body to possess. Voila! Lin Fei felt his head hurting. Someone had barged in. The other party was formless and colorless. It was fitting of the name Void Cosmos God. In the consciousness, Lin Fei saw a black figure. Stop struggling. I'm not He Yuan or Gold Imperishable. Even if I suppress you, I still have the strength of a peak cosmos god. The black figure extended his hand. Lin Fei felt his consciousness dissipating. The other party was so strong that he could easily kill others. Kill. Lin Fei's consciousness dissipated. He immediately exchanged for a survival technique, stabilizing his consciousness. At the same time, he used a prestige support technique. A huge lump of light spread out in Lin Fei's consciousness. After the light appeared, that black figure screamed continuously. What is this attack? How could you execute it? I am a peak cosmos god, and it is impossible for me to be injured. Ah! The white light landed on the black figure. The black figure struggled and attempted to escape. It's just that when the white light spread out, it covered the entire consciousness. When the white light landed on the black figure began emitting black smoke until it disappeared. Wave after wave of black fog dissipated. The black figure did not last for more than 10 breaths of time before it disappeared. Lin Fei fell into a deep sleep. When he woke up again, Master, you are awake. He Yuan and Gold Imperishable stood by the side of Lin Fei. At this moment, they finally let out a sigh of relief. Ever since Lin Fei fell unconscious, the two of them had been on tenterhooks. They were afraid that the Void Cosmos God would succeed in his possession. By then, they would be doomed. This protection lasted for 5 days and 5 nights. I'm fine now. Lin Fei glanced at the two and said, only he understood that he had nearly failed miserably. A peak cosmos god was so powerful that he could nearly kill him with a thought. Lin Fei stood up. His body was not affected at all. He then saw a corpse not far away. This was a ball-like object. It could be considered a corpse for the moment. This is This is the true body of the void cosmos god. He is a unique life form that became a cosmos god. He specialized in soul attacks, and no one could defend against him. He could change between the illusory and the real. He was born as a fish in the void, and was born as one with the void. He is an undying existence. Hey, Yuan explained. But it is still Master who is amazing. He easily killed this fellow. Hey Yuan and Gold Imperishable were extremely shocked. He could even kill void cosmos gods and was unfathomably powerful. That was a fellow who could injure them with a thought. So ugly. Lin Fei chuckled. His heart was dripping blood. Just a moment ago he checked through. The move that killed the void cosmos god had cost him a total of 900 billion prestige points. Master, the void cosmos god is ugly, but this is a good item. Perhaps there might be cosmos crystals left behind. Hey Yuan brought out a piece of good news. Lin Fei's eyes brightened. Cosmos crystals? This item was good. Chapter 30, 314. Such a dangerous existence had consumed close to half of Lin Fei's prestige. What concept was this? It would frighten others to death if they heard about it. Jean, undying, went to dig up the corpse of the sphere. Jean, undying, did not dare to imagine that the other party could kill a peak cosmos god expert. They who similarly had cosmos realm strength could not resist the other party at all. Jean, undying, happily dug up the corpse. Master, our luck is really good. This fellow really has a cosmos crystal piece. Jean, undying, dug out a cosmos crystal piece that emitted cosmos aura. Ha ha ha, my luck is not bad. Lin Fei guffawed. He grabbed the cosmos crystal piece. This thing had the same aura as the one he collected. It was genuine. Worth it. 10 cosmos crystal pieces could fuse into a cosmos crystal. Lin Fei felt heartache over the prestige he had to pay. But now he was 100% satisfied. This thing was not easy to find. The Eternal Church was also searching for it. Other than the cosmos crystal piece, there were no other good things. He did not even have a single cosmos god weapon. He was so poor. Void cosmos god, where did he come from? Lin Fei curiously asked Jean, undying. Even though his strength had fallen to the peak cosmos god level, he had broken through to the cosmos god level before this. Terrifying. Truly terrifying. Jean, undying, did not know much. Hence, he told Shui everything he knew. After listening, Lin Fei was startled by how powerful the other party was. The system's assessment of the rank 10 dangerous space was not just for show. Without the support of prestige, he would have died many times. Master, we discovered a good item. Hey Yuan brought over an item. It was a scepter. Its entire body was pitch black, and it looked extraordinary at first glance. Cosmos god weapon. Lin Fei had used a cosmos god weapon before. It was powerful and could withstand the strength of his fleshy body. He was relatively satisfied with it. If he could discover another cosmos god weapon, it would be not bad. No, it is something better than a cosmos god weapon. Hey Yuan became excited as he spoke. This is the sect master scepter of the 9 specters sect. According to legends, whoever takes this scepter will become the new sect master. Lin Fei's eyes widened. It can't be. The leader of the 9 serene sect. What kind of background does he have? That's what the rumors said back then. If Master leaves this world and goes to the big mansion outside, you should know. Hey Yuan said, this 9 nether scepter is rumored to be able to summon a 9 nether old monster. Countless people have suffered greatly from it in the past. Lin Fei took the 9 nether scepter. It was ice cold and felt very special. Initially, he had thought that it was just an ordinary cosmos divine weapon. However, after hearing Zhang Xian's words, he realized that this item was a symbol of status. I wonder how much I can sell it for. I believe many people will be interested in it. Lin Fei did not have much interest in becoming the sect leader. Exchanging this cosmos divine weapon for the power of faith would be the best deal. If he could auction it, that would be the best thing. He had just exited the level 10 dangerous space. Lin Fei felt that he had taken a trip to the gates of hell. In the future, I must not casually enter the unique space. After experiencing this, Lin Fei dared not act recklessly. A peak cosmos god expert had caused him to suffer greatly, and he was nearly possessed by the other party. If that was the power of a cosmos god, Lin Fei did not dare to imagine it. This is another spatial location within the Forbidden Soul region. You guys go over and collect all the good stuff. After coming out, Lin Fei was no longer interested in the remaining space. It would be too much of a pity to leave it there. Instead, he could let He Yuan and Jean Undying go over. There was still a year's time left. In the remaining time, Lin Fei was waiting for He Yuan and Jean Undying to collect the harvest. He himself visualized the infinite, eternal celestial river, this formidable visualization technique. With the system, Lin Fei could easily grasp it. This visualization technique, infinite, eternal celestial river, startled Lin Fei greatly. The moment he visualized it, he would be able to pour a vast amount of energy into it, as if it was endless. Frightening, truly frightening. Lin Fei's fleshy body was at the cosmos god realm. Once he visualized it and borrowed the energy from the infinite, eternal celestial river, the power he could unleash was even stronger than Jean Undying. It was utterly tyrannical. This was the only thought in Lin Fei's mind. In the future, there is no longer a need for the Forbidden Soul region to exist. There are no more things inside. Lin Fei left the Forbidden Soul region. This time he had collected a total of 13 Cosmos God weapons. They were not of low grade. There were a total of 6 visualization techniques. Compared to Jean Undying's infinite eternal celestial river, they were not on the same level. But if he released it, it would still drive many crazy. To Lin Fei, all of these things were equivalent to the power of faith. Brother Lin, it's great to see you again. Outside the Forbidden Soul region, several people came over. They were none other than Emo Wuhua from the Black God Temple. They were greatly startled when they saw Lin Fei. This time, they had suffered a huge loss inside. When they saw Lin Fei and the 2 people beside him, they were also startled. We were lucky, Lin Fei said with a smile. It seems that you have had a good harvest. Emo Wuhua really couldn't see through Lin Fei. We have suffered a great loss. Just saying it makes me cry. At this time, another familiar person came out. The leader was Tian Leilai from the Heavenly Martial Sect. He didn't look too good. When he saw Emo Wuhua and Lin Fei, he was also slightly surprised. What a coincidence! Emo Wuhua and Lin Fei both smiled. Yeah. The protectors of the Black God Temple and the Heavenly Martial Sect looked at the 2 people standing behind Lin Fei, their expressions changing. These 2 people gave them a terrible feeling. They couldn't figure out what Lin Fei had obtained inside. Could it be that he was also a protector of some force? If it was true, the other party's background was even greater than they had imagined. Since we have met, why don't we go together? Emo Wuhua took the initiative to propose. There are several places in the boundless Realm Mountain. If we go together, we might have a good harvest. I think it's okay. What do you think, Brother Lin? Tian Leilai asked. I have no problem with that. There were many good places in the boundless Realm Mountain. On the other hand, Lin Fei was on his own. If he stayed with them, he would be able to learn more about the situation. This could be considered a pretty good method. This trip had yielded 2 cannon fodder, a universe crystal chip, and a powerful visualization technique. He was very satisfied. Lin Fei really didn't want the things left in the boundless Realm Mountain. The 3 forces joined forces and began to sweep the boundless Realm Mountain. Lin Fei deliberately restrained his strength, as did He Yuan and Jean Indestructible, so they didn't notice anything. Along the way, the 3 of them became close friends who could talk about anything. It's strange. I don't know where the divine Son of Light went. Emo Wuhua suddenly said when they came out of another place. I don't think I saw the Li family. Tian Leilai followed. In the Boundless Realm Mountain, they met some people, but they really didn't see anyone from the Divine Temple of Light or the Li family of the Star River Prefecture. He might have left. Once he's unlucky, anything can happen to him, Lin Fei said with a laugh. Emo Wuhua and Tian Leilai subconsciously felt that it made sense. In the Boundless Realm Mountain, if they didn't have protectors, they didn't know how miserable they would be. Wait, let's change directions. Chapter 33:15. In a forest in Boundless World Mountain, Long Wuhen felt that she was really miserable. Originally, he was exploring Boundless World Mountain with Shen Yuan from the Tian Shao Divine Clan, but ended up encountering trouble. Experts from the Star River Prefecture wanted to rob them of their belongings. Both sides started fighting. In the end, they suffered heavy losses. They ran all the way and were finally trapped in a small forest. Run. Continue running if you can. In the forest, more than 20 ultimate god experts surrounded Long Wuhen and Xin Yuan. All of them were seriously injured. I think you'd better leave. If my lord comes, you'll all die here. Long Wuhen tried hard to stabilize himself and said to them, Sunling had come to Star Sect, a first-rate force in the Star River Prefecture. In Boundless World Mountain, those who were not from the Star River Prefecture did not care as they plundered resources to their heart's content. The Tian Shao Divine Clan was surrounded by Sunling who wanted to force them to hand over their belongings. Who would have expected them to be so daring as to resist? Hence, Sunling wanted to annihilate them. If they dared to disobey, they would all be annihilated. Sunling's killing intent was very strong. In the Star River Prefecture, the Star Sect did not have a good reputation as they liked to secretly kill and plunder. Fortunately, they were very secretive and no one could do anything to them without concrete evidence. Ha ha ha, are you threatening me? Sunling did not make a move as he watched quietly. Your lord? What a joke. In front of the Star Sect, even your lord has to bow his head obediently. Long Wuhen could only hope that Lin Fei would come. Although those people were powerful, they were no match for Lin Fei in Long Wuhen's eyes. He would kill as many as he came. You'll regret this. In the blink of an eye, Long Wuhen was hit a few more times without any ability to struggle. The other party's strength was tyrannical as an array formation restricted their range of movement. Regret? I've never known it before. Sunling laughed. Kill them all and leave no one alive. Who do they think they are? It was not the first time he had done such a thing. He did not care about regret. Apart from those from the Star River Prefecture, Sunling, a top-tier 8-star ultimate god, did not take it seriously at all. Wuhen, can fellow Taoist Lin Fei come? Shen Yuan's entire body was covered in blood, and he could only rely on Lin Fei. In Boundless World Mountain, he really couldn't find anyone who could help him. The experts of the Star River Prefecture were even more frightening than they had imagined. The Sky Roar celestial race was not weak, but they did not have the ability to put up a fight in front of the other party. A single array diagram had caused them to suffer greatly. I don't know either. Long Wuhen said with a wry smile. Sigh, then we can only resign ourselves to fate. Shen Yuan's eyes dimmed quite a bit. The people that Shen Yuan brought along died one by one. Under the encirclement of the array, they weren't a match for the Heavenly Star Sect at all. It was a completely one-sided situation. Dragon Wuhen and the others were soon like arrows at the end of their flight, unable to resist at all. Send them on their way. Sunling said cruelly. After getting rid of them, they could continue to encircle and annihilate the ultimate gods in Hopeless World Mountain. It was much safer than personally exploring the mountain. It was also the principle that Sky Starry Sect had always followed. Hence, the current Heavenly Star Sect was living comfortably. The people from the Heavenly Star Sect surrounded them, and prepared to send them on their way. Long Wuhin and the others no longer had the strength to struggle. Their eyes were filled with despair and unwillingness. Clang! 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 When they attacked, a huge shield appeared in front of them and protected the remaining people. Their weapons were all blocked by the shield. Fellow cultivator Lin! Long Wuhin was in despair. However, when the shield appeared, he shouted without hesitation. At that moment, almost no one except him would come to save him. Kill them! Sun Ling released his divine senses and did not find anyone. It could only mean that they hadn't arrived yet. He was not afraid of anything. He would kill them all first. As for the rest, there was nothing to worry about. Those people attacked again. How dare you? Who allowed you to attack? After a series of voices, those who wanted to attack Long Wuhin were all turned into a pool of flesh and blood. The bright red blood was especially dazzling. Long Wuhin finally saw Lin Fei and was so happy that he cried tears of joy. We're saved. The remaining 4 people had a new lease of life. Good brat, you dare to kill people from our Heavenly Star sect. Sun Ling's expression was ashen. He had lost several subordinates in a single exchange. He could no longer keep his face. Sorry, I've never heard of the Heavenly Star sect. Lin Fei laughed. The people from the Star River Prefecture are all very arrogant. Sun Ling waved his hand. Kill them all. Let them know how powerful our Heavenly Star sect is. More than 10 experts behind him rushed forward. On the side of Lin Fei, there was no need for him to speak. Jin Undying descended like a demonic god. He punched out with his infinite god fist. More than 10 experts were smashed into pieces. Too weak. Jin Undying took a step to the side of Sun Ling. He extended his hand and grabbed. Sun Ling's technique was broken, and his neck was grabbed by someone. Like a dead dog, he was casually thrown in front of Lin Fei. Hee Heavenly Star sect. Lin Fei laughed condescendingly. What plaything! With 2 cosmos gods as cannon fodder, any Heavenly Star sect would turn to dust. You, who exactly are you? Sun Ling's mind was blank. He brought more than 20 experts, yet they were all annihilated in the blink of an eye. This was an outcome he could not accept. Do you know regret? I believe you do not. Send him on his way. Jin Undying seriously executed the order. No, Sun Ling was killed by a punch from Jin Undying. As he died, his eyes were wide open. He died with a grievance. All right, we are safe now. Lin Fei turned back and said to Long Wuhin and Xin Yuan. Long Wuhin blinked. This person, who nearly killed them, was so weak in front of Lin Fei. No. From start to end, Lin Fei did not act at all. Dao friend Lin, why did you kill someone from the Star River Prefecture? Heaven, Thunder Split, and Mo Wuhua, who came from behind, were so frightened that they broke out in cold sweat. Those were people from the Star River Prefecture, and they were born a level higher than them. The Star River Prefecture was a colossal existence. They had never thought that Lin Fei would be so daring to kill someone from the Star River Prefecture. Furthermore, it was the narrow-minded Heavenly Star sect. That was a notorious sect. Even though the Great Continent was sealed, there were still some channels in the Myriad God Great Continent and the Sky Martial Great Continent that knew of this matter. There's nothing to worry about. So what if they are killed? They can still come and take revenge on me. Lin Fei said with disdain. Mo Wuhua was truly convinced by Lin Fei. Don't you know about the Eternal Guards? That's right, the Eternal Guards. They are responsible for arresting and killing criminals. Those who are targeted by them, none will survive. Heaven Thunder Split added. Eternal Guards? What the hell? Lin Fei blinked. He had never heard of it before. It sounds amazing. Mo Wuhua and Heaven Thunder Split were convinced by Lin Fei. You are in big trouble. We are in the Broken World land, and they are different. All registered sects will be protected, now that you have killed them, and the news spreads, you will be in big trouble. Chapter 30, 3:16. Mo Wu Hua and Sky Thunder Split guaranteed that this news would not spread. Along the way, they knew how formidable Lin Fei was, especially the two Dao protectors behind him. They were incredibly powerful. After seeing Lin Fei's subordinates killing those from the Skystar sect as if they were ants, they were even more shocked at how daring Lin Fei was. He even dared to kill a sect from the Star River Prefecture. Even if they were given 100 guts, they would not dare to leak this secret. At least not now. The remaining matters were simple. Lin Fei swept through the place. He had to say that the Skystar sect was indeed a force in this line. They had a bountiful harvest. For instance, they had quite a few Cosmos God weapons. Their quality could not be compared with his, and it was not a problem to sell them for a few tens of millions of faith energy. We are finally back. Thousand Victories Empire. Lin Fei and Long Wuhan returned to the Thousand Victories Empire. A total of 10 years had passed. In their eyes, it was just a flick of a finger. That's right. Lin Fei chuckled. During these 10 years, he had practically swept through the entire Boundless World Mountain. All good things had been collected, and he was just short of selling them off. Originally, Lin Fei wanted to casually sell them, but Mo Wu Hua and Sky Thunder Split reminded him that it was best to sell Cosmos God weapons to the merchant associations in the Star River Prefecture. The price offered there was high. As for the merchant associations in the Broken World, they did not have much wealth, and it was not worth it. Before leaving, Mo Wu Hua and Sky Thunder Split gave him a map that led to the Star River Prefecture. After looking at the map, Lin Fei realized that this Saint Spirit Great World in the past and the current Broken World were actually interconnected. For instance, the Thousand Victories Empire, Myriad God Great Continent, and Sky Marshal Great Continent were actually interconnected. This secret was limited to the circle of the apex superpowers. The 3 great continents were interconnected, and there were channels to enter the Star River Prefecture outside. It's just that there were dangers within, and it was not easy to enter. To Lin Fei, these were not huge problems. This trip to Boundless World Mountain gave Lin Fei a huge harvest. Just Black Yuan and Jean Undying, these 2 Cosmos gods, could suppress the experts from the 3 great continents. Brother Lin, it is all thanks to you this time. Without you, I do not know what would have happened. Long Wuhan was very grateful to Lin Fei. Even if Long Wuhan was given another chance, he wouldn't dare to go to Boundless World Mountain. There was only danger. You brought me in and I helped you. We're helping each other, so there's no need to thank me. Lin Fei shook his head. I'm going back too. Have a safe journey. Long Wuhan nodded. Back at the Sacred Body Mountain. In these 10 years, the Saint Spirit Continent and the Divine Beast Continent hadn't changed much. This made Lin Fei heave a sigh of relief. He was worried that something might happen in the next 10 years. Even if he had made some preparations, he would only be able to watch helplessly if chaos were to break out. After listening to the events of the Sacred Body Mountain for the past 10 years, Lin Fei sent them away. In the secret chamber, boundless, eternal Milky Way. Lin Fei visualized the infinite, eternal Milky Way. Compared to the time when he was at Boundless World Mountain, there were no restrictions this time. He arrived at a surging river, and a vast amount of energy flowed into his body. That fellow, Jean Imperishable, where did he get this visualization technique from? Is there such a place in this world? Lin Fei only felt that it was full of mysteries. Master, this is a higher level universe. Little Devil, who hadn't spoken for a long time, finally spoke. Another universe. Lin Fei sucked in a breath of cold air. Standing on the infinite, eternal Milky Way, the entire Milky Way was boundless, and one couldn't see the end. On it, Lin Fei was like an ant. In such a place, he could communicate with it just by visualizing it. This was very strange. After hearing Little Devil's words, Lin Fei suddenly understood. This visualization technique came from another higher level universe. That's really... Lin Fei couldn't find the right words to describe it. It's definitely another higher level universe. Little Devil's tone was very certain. Master, you have to properly improve your strength. All right. Lin Fei smiled bitterly. What was this? This visualization technique was more mysterious than he had imagined. After returning to Sacred Body Mountain, Lin Fei didn't go out. Other than visualizing the infinite, eternal Milky Way, he was researching the path to the Star River Prefecture. If not for the fact that he had obtained a universe chip in the Boundless World Mountain, Lin Fei would have really coveted the Broken World's universe chip. However, to Lin Fei now it was dispensable. The Broken World's area had probably been targeted long ago. If Lin Fei really made a move, he would inevitably alert the enemy. It wasn't worth it at all. With the map to the Star River Prefecture, Lin Fei had a different idea. He might as well go to the Star River Prefecture to take a look. According to Mo Wuhua and the others, the road to the Star River Prefecture wasn't smooth sailing. There weren't many dangers in the Myriad God Continent and the Sky Marshal Continent, but outside the Sky Marshal Continent, there was a region that was the most dangerous. Countless people wanted to go to the Star River Prefecture, but after entering the Land of Exile, there was basically no news of them. It was extremely dangerous. The last region was called the Land of Exile. That place was formed for special reasons. No matter who wanted to go to the Star River Prefecture, they had to pass through the Land of Exile. The Land of Exile was filled with vicious people, and not everyone could barge in. Master, the people from the Yuan Fu are here. Hearing the subordinates report, Lin Fei frowned. During the trip to Boundless World Mountain, Lin Fei also learned one thing. The Yuan Fu was more tyrannical than he had imagined. They were the eyes of the Star River Prefecture. The Broken World was almost entirely in the hands of the Yuan Fu. Of course, that was a long time ago. Ever since it was split into 5 continents, the Yuan Fu's ability to rule had deteriorated. For example, the Myriad God Continent and the Sky Marshal Continent weren't simple. Therefore, all these years, the Yuan Fu hadn't been able to conquer them. There's no harm in meeting them. In the palace on the highest level of the Sage Body Mountain, Lin Fei met the person from the previous time. It was the guy called Luo Xian. However, this time he was alone. Congratulations, Taoist Lin. You must have gained a lot from this trip to Boundless World Mountain. Luo Xian chuckled. Lin Fei shook his head. Sai, don't mention it. Boundless World Mountain is really dangerous. If not for my good luck, I would have probably died in there. Even if I had the chance, I wouldn't have gone. Luo Xian smiled at Lin Fei. Is that so? Lin Fei roughly knew what the other party wanted to do. He was here to extort him. No, he was here to ask for benefits. Even a fool could see that cheeky smile on his face. Lin Fei hadn't decided on how to deal with this Yuan Fu. However, he knew that he couldn't fall out with the Yuan Fu now. They had a legitimate identity, and weren't just some random force. Taoist Luo, what do you mean by this? Lin Fei frowned. Could it be that you think this Lin is lying to you? Luo Xian had come this time to fish for benefits. All those who could come out of Boundless World Mountain had brought something with them. This Lin Fei was even more foolish than they had imagined. Even after so many things had happened, he still could not tell. How in the world did he manage to cultivate up to this level? Chapter 30, 3:17. Luo Xian left. Luo Xian did not treat a small native from the Broken World as a big deal. Hearing that Lin Fei had gone to the Boundless World Mountain and came back alive, Luo Xian naturally had some thoughts on the other party. He came to reap some benefits. He could not understand how a small native could come back alive from the Boundless World Mountain. Luo Xian said. Lin Fei took out a portion of the items with a heartache as a gift to Luo Xian. Hence, Luo Xian left happily. Master, Are we going to let them leave just like that? After Luo Xian left, Black Yuan and Jean Undying appeared. Lin Fei did not care much about the items he extorted. Instead, it was the words spoken before he left that made him pay attention. Who would have thought that the words of Mo Wuhua and Sky Thunder Rend really happened? The Eternal Guards actually contacted the Yuan Fu to investigate the matter at the Boundless World Mountain. Who knows? The Li clan might be involved in this. In the Forbidden Soul region, he had killed everyone from the Li clan. After that, it was the unlucky Skystar sect. No matter how they investigate, they can forget about finding me. Lin Fei remembered the Li clan and the Eternal Guards. The two of you follow that Luo Xian. Wait until he leaves the Great Continent before acting in the dark and plucking everything from his body. Lin Fei ordered Black Yuan and Jean Undying. Remember, don't leave any traces behind. It was not an easy matter to take anything from him. Two cosmos gods acting was akin to using an anti-aircraft cannon to kill a mosquito. It's a pity that only the two of them by Lin Fei's side could capture Luo Xian, and it was a suppression method. When Luo Xian entered the depths of the Primal Destruction City, he met a mysterious person. In front of the two, he was like an ant. He could not withstand a single move and was knocked unconscious. Everything on his body was stripped off before being thrown into the Primal Destruction Great City. He was a person from the Yuan Fu, yet he was thrown onto the streets of a great city. Who did he offend? After Luo Xian woke up, he felt ashamed. When he returned to the Yuan Fu office, he immediately arranged for people to investigate, but in the end they found nothing. The person who did it did not leave any trace. It only proved that the other party was very strong and was at least an 8 or 9 stars pinnacle ultimate god. Luo Xian suspected that it was Lin Fei, but after thinking about it, it was impossible. In the entire Sage Body Mountain, only Lin Fei was powerful. But this time there were two people and it was a one-sided suppression. Luo Xian could only give up in the end as he secretly cursed the culprit. This trip was really for nothing. The most frustrating thing was that he had no idea who had attacked him. He had even become a laughingstock. Helpless, Luo Xian could only go into seclusion. Master, these were all found on Luo Xian's body. If I didn't search him, I wouldn't have known that he was quite wealthy. He Yuan took out a storage ring. Luo Xian's things were all in the storage ring. Lin Fei casually scanned through the items. He was indeed quite wealthy. Not to mention other things, just the power of faith alone was 10 million, 3 divine weapons of faith, and some visualization techniques. Lin Fei found something in the storage ring. After taking out the item, he saw that it was a seal. Lin Fei easily opened it without much effort. It's actually an information token. The information token was made of a special material that could transmit messages. Each information token could only be used once and would be useless after that. He had opened the information token and used his divine senses to penetrate it. There's such a thing. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. Even the heavens are helping me. Lin Fei had never imagined that he would be able to get his hands on something like this. Master, is it good news? He Yuan asked. Of course it's good news. Lin Fei passed the information card to them. See for yourself. He Yuan and Jean Bummy could not help but laugh after seeing it. It's really good news. I think Master can go. With Master's strength, who can stop Master? There was not much information in the information card, but it was very important. In 100 years, the Xinghe Prefecture would elect a new prefecture master of the Yuan Fu. Was it important? Of course it was. At least for Lin Fei, it was definitely good news. As for why Luo Xian had it, Lin Fei was not interested for the time being. He was thinking about the position of prefecture master of the Yuan Fu. If he became the prefecture master of the Yuan Fu and the two continents merged in the future, he might really be able to get a universe chip under his nose. Of the 10 universe chips, there were still 8 left. Lin Fei was very tempted by the one under his nose. It was just that for some reason he had to consider it. Now he felt that there was room for maneuver. Lin Fei was excited just thinking about it. Fellow Taoist Lin, save me. Just as Lin Fei was thinking about how to do it, Long Wuhan sent a distress message to Lin Fei. What's going on? Lin Fei was speechless. Go to the border of the continents and bring that brat Long Wuhan back. Lin Fei shouted for Black Yuan. That brat was very fast. Remember, don't let others see you. In reality, Black Yuan, who was a cosmos god, was not someone anyone could see. With Black Yuan acting, he could easily find Long Wuhan. This brat was in a sorry state and his aura was weak. He was on the verge of death. With a cosmos god acting, he could easily sweep through these people and bring Long Wuhan back. What did you do? Lin Fei was speechless. Long Wuhan laughed bitterly. It's a long story. Why is it a long story? Tell me. Don't worry, it's very safe here. Long Wuhan explained the matter. That's it. Lin Fei was impressed by Long Wuhan's brothers. Amazing. You colluded with experts from the myriad god great continent. No wonder you were caught unprepared. I know. Long Wuhan did not expect his sweet dreams to be destroyed by outsiders. Then what do you plan to do now? Lin Fei had a relatively good impression of Long Wuhan. Long Wuhan stood up. I wish to invite Dao Friend Lin. As long as you help me take back my things, I'll follow your lead in the future. If not for him knowing Lin Fei, Long Wuhan dared to guarantee that he would have died. Since I am free, 1,000 Victories Empire. That old emperor had been killed by someone. The one who became the new emperor was an unknown son, Long Wumi. He did not have any background or power, yet he colluded with outsiders to obtain the highest position in the empire. What failure! They're all dead. Long Wumi was just like his name. The aura he emitted was extremely cold. This coldness was frightening. He was like a poisonous snake. The entire army has been wiped out. Long Wuhan's whereabouts are unknown. Long Wumi had planned for this day for a long time. Who would have thought that Long Wuhan would escape? Your people aren't that great. They're all dead. Long Wumi looked at the white-robed man in the dark. Chapter 30, 318. 1,000 Victory, Great Continent. 1,000 Victory Empire. Outside the imperial capital, Long Wuhan and Lin Fei came to the vicinity of the imperial capital. At this moment, the internal turmoil of the 1,000 Victory Empire was the most dangerous to Long Wuhan. But for Lin Fei, the current victorious 1,000 Empire couldn't pose any threat to him. Ignoring everything else, just He Yuan and Jin Bummy could easily flatten the victorious 1,000 Empire. This time, he only brought He Yuan with him. Jin Immortal remained at the Sacred Body Mountain. With a cosmos god protecting the empire, Lin Fei could be at ease. Dao Friend Lin, that little brother of mine, has grasped the entire power of the imperial capital. Long Wuhan looked at the imperial capital. He suppressed the anger in his heart, replaced his subordinates both inside and outside. Actually, Long Wuhan wanted to ask what to do next. At this moment, Long Wuhan could only count on Lin Fei. So what if we replace him? We will enter through the city gates. Lin Fei squinted. It was time to increase his prestige. He had spent 800 billion prestige in one go to deal with a peak cosmos god in the boundless world mountain. Even now his heart was aching. It was rare for him to come here. How could he not increase his prestige? Enter through the city gates? Long Wuhan shrunk his neck. He was afraid of being chased. Of course. Lin Fei and He Yuan flew towards the city gates. Wait for me. Long Wuhan gritted his teeth and followed. I found your highness, Long Wuhan. Everyone, let's take down Long Wuhan. When Long Wuhan appeared, he was recognized by the guards at the city gates. You are a prince, yet these guards dare to act against you. Can you swallow this anger? Lin Fei chuckled. Today, I am here to help you vent your anger. Let's kill our way in. Long Wuhan had never been looked down upon by others. A few guards also wanted to take him down. What a joke. Kill. Long Wuhan was already holding back his anger. How could he not understand Lin Fei's intention? He took out his weapon and killed his way over. The guards at the city gates could not withstand Long Wuhan's attack. Within a moment, the city gates were filled with blood and corpses were everywhere. Lin Fei was not in a hurry to act. As long as there were no ultimate gods who could threaten Long Wuhan, he did not intend to make a move. He was there to build up his reputation. Kill, kill, kill. In the Thousand Victories Empire, Long Wuhan had never been chased so miserably before. He was on the verge of exploding. So he raised his saber and slashed wildly. Imperial capital, Imperial Palace. Your Majesty, that dragon Wuhan has charged in. In front of this temperamental emperor, no one dared to address Long Wuhan as Her Highness, even using her full name. Long Wumi was dressed in imperial robes with a crown on his head. He didn't exude the domineering aura of an emperor, only a sinister and cold aura. Of the victorious Thousand Empire's princes, almost all of them had been killed by Long Wuhan. The remaining ones were nothing to be afraid of. Long Wuhan was an exception. He's got guts. He actually dared to come back. Long Wumi stood up. Right now, the Thousand Victories Empire is mine. Even if you find reinforcements, they won't be able to stop me. Long Wumi rose to his feet and left. As long as he got rid of this elder brother, no one in the entire Thousand Victories Empire would be able to shake his position. All those words that he had said could go to hell. Cut the weeds and pull out the roots. I'm a prince of the empire. Get out of the way. Long Wuhan killed like a madman. With his treasures and his own strength, Long Wuhan killed his way through the streets and finally arrived at the entrance of the Imperial Palace. At this time, the victorious Thousand Army was standing guard at the entrance of the Imperial Palace. There were at least 10,000 of them. This was the force that protected the Imperial Palace. Long Wuhan's combat strength was formidable, but when faced with the Empire's most powerful army, he was in imminent danger. Wave after wave of attacks tore through his armor. Master, I think that kid can't hold on for much longer, He Yuan said in a low voice. Should we make a move? Otherwise he'll die. Lin Fei had not allowed He Yuan to make a move. Wait a little longer. With them around, Long Wuhan wouldn't die. My good brother, why didn't you find a place to hide? Why did you come back? On the walls of the Imperial Palace, the victorious Thousand Army was kneeling on one knee to welcome Long Wumi. Long Wumi landed on the walls of the Imperial Palace, looking down at his big brother, Long Wuhan, a cruel smile in his eyes. Wumi, you plotted against Imperial Father. As Imperial Father's son, I must avenge him, Long Wuhan said in a low voice. Today, no matter what, I will kill you. Ha ha ha, with just you. Long Wumi laughed. Even if 100 more came, it would be useless. Originally, if you had hidden yourself, I wouldn't have been able to do anything to you. But since you want to die, I don't mind helping you out. Long Wumi sneered. Kill him. The victorious Thousand Army moved. The 1,000-man squad unleashed a joint attack, their power converging together. With a single move, Rainbow pierces the sun. They sealed off all of Long Wuhan's escape routes. The victorious Thousand Army was famous precisely because of their terrifying joint attacks. No one was willing to exchange blows with the victorious Thousand Army. The slightest mistake could result in death. Long Wumi shook his head. My good brother, do you see that? Just a small squad of the victorious Thousand Army can kill you. What qualifications do you have to fight me? Now that he controlled the Empire's power, no faction could withstand a single blow from Long Wumi. Not even his brother. Long Wuhan's strength was not weak, but in front of the victorious Thousand Army, Especially after using their joint attack technique, he could not resist at all and was beaten to a pulp. Xiao He, go and help him, Lin Fei said to He Yuan. The victorious Thousand Armies joint attack technique was very powerful. Its power was almost at the level of a peak ultimate god level 5-star, or even peak ultimate god level, which naturally put a lot of pressure on Long Wuhan. The victorious Thousand Armies' second attack had arrived. One person stood in front of Long Wuhan, and the victorious Thousand Armies' attack was automatically nullified by that person. It was as if the area around him had become a vacuum. How dare you hurt my master's friend? He Yuan snorted coldly and raised his hand to slap them. The victorious Thousand Armies' perfect team collapsed on the spot as one by one vomited blood and fell to the ground. Who are you? How dare you make an enemy out of me and the victorious Thousand Empire? Long Wumi was also shocked by the person in front of him, as he had defeated his victorious Thousand Army with a single slap. He was at least an 8-star ultimate god level expert. Long Wuhan finally felt relieved. Wumi, as long as you surrender now, I can spare your life. Ha ha ha, do you think I'm afraid? Even though the person who came was mysterious, Long Wumi was not alone. Victorious Thousand Army, kill them. The victorious Thousand Army moved. 10 small teams attacked from all directions. He Yuan had the strength of a cosmos god. Even if more ultimate gods came, they would not be a threat to him. A huge world enveloped them. He Yuan unleashed his primordial spirit, turning it into a huge world that trapped the victorious Thousand Army. What about now? In just a moment, Long Wumi's important support was destroyed. Chapter 30, 319. Long Wumi did not treat the stray dog who was being hunted down as a big brother. But in the blink of an eye, Victorious Army was trapped by the other party. He could not unleash his combat power at all. This power startled Long Wumi. How did his big brother find such an expert? Being a cosmos god, Black Yuan suppressed a mere 10,000 victorious army with his primordial spirit. In his eyes, suppressing them was as easy as lifting his hand. After suppressing victorious army, Black Yuan's primordial combat spirit moved once again. Target Long Wumi. Open the array diagram for me. Just as Black Yuan was about to grab the other party, an array diagram appeared on Long Wumi's body. 5 enormous light pillars shot into the sky, and one of them smashed down with immense power. Black Yuan laughed. Interesting. Retracting his palm, he flicked the light pillar 3 times. The first time, the light pillar slowed down. The second time, the light pillar cracked. The third time, the light pillar shattered inch by inch. How could he break the array diagram attack? Long Wumi's expression changed. He controlled the second light pillar to attack. This array diagram was something he bought from the Light God Temple with a huge price, yet it was destroyed in a single move. He truly wanted to cry. The second and third light pillars were all destroyed. Long Wumi was startled by the strength of this person who could shake his array diagram. But that was it. After all, he was within the royal palace. Sir, you are very strong, but you shouldn't have helped that big brother of mine. No matter who you are, since you are here, you can forget about leaving. Long Wumi laughed savagely. Sky, thunder, kill! Hung Long. A violet sky. Thunder descended from the sky above Black Yuan. This was Long Wumi manipulating the array energy of the royal palace. The royal palace of any empire had always been the strongest place. It was filled with powerful array energy that could allow a person's strength to skyrocket. Long Wumi was naturally in control of the array energy since he resided in the royal palace, allowing his strength to soar. In the royal capital, Long Wumi was the undisputed #1 expert. He could control the array energy and was unparalleled. Sir, you should be proud of yourself for forcing me to use the array energy to deal with you. Long Wumi was extremely confident in controlling the array energy. He was unparalleled in the royal capital. My good brother, You really send a good gift. Unfortunately, it's useless. When Dragon Wuhin saw the heavenly lightning crashing down, his mind went blank. How could he have forgotten about this? The power of the Imperial Palace's array formation. This is bad. Being a prince of the Thousand Victories Empire, nobody understood how frightening the array formation of the royal palace was. It had the power of a cosmos god. Long Wuhin was worried that the people that Lin Fei had brought with him might not be able to hold them off. His face was also filled with worry. If something were to happen, he did not know how to explain himself. Who was Black Yuan? He was a cosmos god. Even if his realm had fallen, he was still a genuine cosmos god. He Yuan's battle, primordial spirit, soared into the sky as a bolt of purple lightning struck down. He raised his hand and slammed it heavily against the purple lightning. The clouds in the sky were destroyed by the explosive power of the lightning, and a black hole appeared in the sky above the imperial capital. Just an empty shell. He Yuan wasn't going to play anymore. He raised his hand again and struck out with his palm, striking the formation of the palace. The rainbow-colored light illuminated the entire imperial capital. Long Wumi, who was above the royal palace, shook. That palm of the other party had caused many slight changes to the array formation of the royal palace. He actually withstood it. Long Wumi had never treated Dragon Wuhin as a big deal, but the other party smacked away the heavenly lightning formed by the array formation with a single palm, shocking Long Wumi. Before Long Wumi could regain his senses, the other party had sent a second palm over. Long Wumi shook again, causing many structures within the royal palace to crack. His strength has actually penetrated through the array formation. The third palm, the huge royal palace was emitting cracking sounds. The outermost structures were collapsing one after another, turning into ruins with dust flying all over the place. The array formation has been damaged. I can no longer utilize all of the array formation's energy. Long Wumi was dumbfounded. The array formation, which had always shocked everyone, had lost its effect in his hands. A hand stretched out. Long Wumi was greatly startled. He immediately activated the remaining array formation energy to form many barriers. But the other party's hand was still approaching him. I'm doomed. Long Wumi's neck tightened, and he was dragged away like a dead dog. Save me! Long Wumi's face turned pale as he screamed. Victory Empire, in one of the palaces within the royal palace. A person opened his eyes. His gaze was pure and holy as his expression suddenly changed. He's actually outstanding. Half of the palace has been destroyed. That person was dressed in silver armor. He frowned slightly as he left the palace and appeared in the sky above the royal palace. A beam of light slashed over. Your Majesty, don't grab him. Just as the beam of light was about to land on He Yuan's body, a radiant giant appeared and slapped his head. He chanted in Sanskrit, Lotus Flower Battle, Radiant World. If He Yuan was an ordinary ultimate god, he would have been severely injured or even killed by that attack. Unfortunately, he had encountered He Yuan this time. Scram! With a roar, the radiant giant was shattered. So it's a birdman. He Yuan sneered as he sealed Long Wumi and casually threw him to the side. His battle, primordial spirit activated and a huge world descended upon the silver-armored birdman. There was a loud bang. The world formed by the battle, primordial spirit, suppressed the silver-armored birdman. He could no longer withstand it and fell down on the spot, crushing a part of the royal palace. Birdman, you've got guts. He Yuan stepped on the body of the silver-armored birdman. With a tearing sound, his divine wings were ruthlessly torn off. If you want to kill me, you can wait another 100,000 years. The silver-armored birdman did not expect that he would be defeated so quickly. Who are you? I am an elder of the Light God Temple. He Yuan carried the silver-armored birdman and Long Wumi over to Lin Fei. Master, the mission is completed. He Yuan clapped his hands as if he had done a small matter. The silver-armored birdman and Long Wumi looked at this young man with a look of surprise. They were actually defeated, and it was by a subordinate of the other party. Sullen. Do you know who I am? I am an elder of the Light God Temple. We have a cosmos god protecting us. The silver-armored birdman coldly said, You better let us go and hand over Long Wumi. Lin Fei kicked the body of the silver-armored birdman. What is the Light God Temple? Long Wumi widened his eyes. He was startled and furious. You are actually working together with the Light God Temple? How dare you? The Thousand Victories Empire and the Light God Temple had always been enemies. Who would have thought that a prince would work together with an enemy? He could not help but be furious. Chapter 30, 320. The Thousand Victories Empire changed its master once again. Now that the victorious army had been suppressed and Long Wumi had been taken down, the empire naturally had a new master. Long Wuhin became the new emperor. Lin Fei did not act from the start to the end. The power of the array in the imperial capital royal palace was merely used to frighten ordinary deities. If he met a cosmos god expert, he could easily break through it. Long Wuhin took over the position and immediately took control of Thousand Victories' army. He repaired the array of the imperial capital royal palace. It took a total of half a month. During this half a month, Lin Fei stayed in a palace. Senior Lin, the matter has been investigated clearly. Long Wuhin was wearing a dragon robe. He sat in front of Lin Fei and said respectfully. From that day onwards, Long Wuhin treated Lin Fei as a true senior, not daring to treat him as an equal. What a joke! Even the power of the imperial capital's array formation could not withstand the power of that subordinate's 3 palm strikes. Long Wuhin still had this bit of foresight. What was wrong with lowering his head? Furthermore, knowing a senior like Lin Fei made Long Wuhin smile even in his dreams. It could be said that without Lin Fei, there would not be the current him. This was something he was very clear about. Lin Fei was not interested in this. He did not say anything and let Long Wuhin speak. The current situation was as if Long Wuhin was reporting to Lin Fei. It seems that the Light Temple is very ambitious. They want to intervene in the Thousand Victories' great continent and plan ahead. Lin Fei heard the word ambitious. If not for Senior Lin's help, I'm afraid the Thousand Victories Empire would be controlled by the Light Temple. Long Wuhin sighed. Other than that, they want to build temples in the Thousand Victories' great continent to collect faith energy. This did not surprise Lin Fei at all. The myriad gods' great continent was a place to play with faith energy. If not for Lin Fei knowing about faith energy and allowing the system to convert it, he might also be staring at the Thousand Victories' great continent, comparable to the Light Temple. Thus, I am willing to attach the entire empire to Senior Lin Fei, and thus obtain Senior's protection. Long Wuhin stood up and extended a sincere invitation. Ever since Long Wuhin found out about the insider news, he had not been able to calm down. The neighboring myriad gods continent was not something the Thousand Victories continent could compare to. This neighbor was ridiculously strong. This time, he had the help of Senior Lin Fei. But what if Senior Lin Fei wasn't here? Long Wuhin was not confident that she could repel the enemy. He would be the strongest existence in this area of the imperial palace. Once the distance between them increased, there would be nothing he could do. Relying on Lin Fei was something that Long Wuhin had considered for a long time. Rely on me? Lin Fei laughed. Dragon Wuhin's approach was quite agreeable. Although faith power could be converted into prestige, Lin Fei still had some thoughts about the Thousand Victories Empire. Why would he give up on an empire that could generate prestige? Long Wuhin's method was very much to Lin Fei's liking. This was a talent. Long Wuhin was on tenterhooks. Although he was an emperor, he knew that if he didn't rely on a powerful master now, his future would definitely not be any better. You are quite open-minded. Don't you regret it? Long Wuhin replied, I don't regret it. Without Senior Lin Fei's help, I am nothing now. These words were very sincere. I have the 1,000 Victories Empire under my protection. Lin Fei laughed. Lin Fei would be a fool if he didn't accept the prestige that was offered to him on his own initiative. The overall strength of the 1,000 Victories Empire wasn't weak, and it could be used as a barrier. I won't care about the matters of the Empire, Lin Fei said, but you have to help me do something. Lin Fei stayed in the 1,000 Victories Empire for a total of 3 months. 3 months wasn't a long time. The royal family of the 1,000 Victories Empire had a large collection of ancient books. Lin Fei wouldn't let go of such a good opportunity. He didn't go out for 3 months and spent all his time reading the ancient book collection left behind by the royal family. He learned more and more secrets, and his understanding of this broken world deepened. Back then, the Saint Spirit Great World was destroyed by the cosmos gods, forming the current broken world. The people in this broken world were like ants in the eyes of those from the great prefectures. People from that side rarely came to the broken world. As for this broken world, it was almost hard for them to pass through that region and enter the Star River Prefecture. Even if they could enter, they wouldn't have an easy time. Let's go. Lin Fei brought Black Yuan and left the 1,000 Victories Empire. The stone steels for collecting prestige were all set up. What was left was to spread the news. Lin Fei believed that Long Wuhan wouldn't disappoint him. 1,000 Victories, great continent, the southernmost part of an ice-sealed world. Lin Fei and Black Yuan arrived at the ice-sealed world. The temperature here was very low. If a hierarch came here without a treasure that could resist the cold, it would be hard for him to move an inch. This place is indeed filled with danger. This is the tomb of a hierarch. Lin Fei killed an ice attribute beast that came out of the ice with a palm. It specialized in spitting out cold fog that could freeze one's chi and blood. It was extremely difficult to deal with. Hierarchs who aren't 9 stars basically don't have to come here. Black Yuan nodded. Most people can't pass through even if they know the route. This ice-sealed world is 50,000 kilometers long, and it isn't that easy to pass through. Lin Fei and Black Yuan were not ordinary people. The 50,000 kilometers of the ice-sealed world could not stop their footsteps at all. It had to be said that the ice-sealed world was extremely dangerous. There were spatial fissures everywhere, and the Yuan destruction energy was erupting everywhere. A moment of carelessness would result in death. Lin Fei and Black Yuan spent 5 days to pass through the 50,000 kilometers of the ice-sealed world. When they reached the final 5,000 kilometers, the cold air could form frost on Lin Fei's body. This was something that could not be done previously. The passage is here. Black Yuan found the passage beneath an ice mountain. It was unknown who opened this passage. It was about the size of a human, and it traversed a huge mountain range. Lin Fei was quite looking forward to the myriad god great continent. There were more experts there than the 1,000 Victories Empire. They cultivated the combat primordial spirit and were abnormally powerful. For this trip, Lin Fei had a very simple mission: to wreak havoc in the myriad god great continent and plunder large amounts of faith energy. The cosmos god weapons obtained from the Forbidden Soul region of the Hopeless World Mountain could not be sold for a good price in the broken world. Lin Fei naturally wanted to go to the Star River Prefecture. Without sufficient prestige, he would not dare to go there easily. After all, he had killed someone from the Li clan. Lin Fei was not worried about wreaking havoc in the broken world. He still had 3 trillion prestige in the system. Even if a peak cosmos god came, he would be killed with a single blade. In the broken world, it was still unknown if such a powerhouse existed. Lin Fei remained calm. He was not worried about any danger. For instance, he could go to the Light God Temple to collect a debt after going to the Myriad God Great Continent. They owed him a huge amount of faith energy. Lin Fei felt happy just thinking about it. Chapter 30, 321. Myriad God Continent. The Myriad God Mountain Range was the most influential mountain range in the continent. It ran through the entire Myriad God Continent. This mountain range was removed from the list because there were countless primordial soul mystic realms on the Myriad God Mountain Range. As long as one was lucky, one would have a chance of obtaining an inheritance. Even though countless experts died on the Myriad God Mountain Range every year, it did not dampen the enthusiasm of everyone. Experts who did not go to the Myriad God Mountain Range were all labeled as cowards. We're finally here. In a swampy area full of moisture, Lin Fei and He Yuan arrived at this great continent world, their bodies covered in frost. That's right. I never expected the temperature in the passageway to be so low. Even I nearly failed miserably. He Yuan laughed bitterly. Who would have thought that the temperature in the passageway would be so low? Fortunately, we made it. Lin Fei stood on the damp ground as the frost on his body rapidly melted. I think we've arrived at a swamp. In front of them was a swamp. The stench of decay constantly wafted over. They could vaguely see corpses floating on the blackened surface of the swamp. Clearly, this was not a good place. Let's leave this swamp first. Lin Fei was the first to fly out. He Yuan followed closely behind. Just as he flew up into the sky, an illusory world appeared. The palace was like the clouds, and a huge hand stretched out, pressing down on the sky above Lin Fei. A terrifying force pressed down. Damn, there's such a thing. Lin Fei punched out, landing a heavy blow on the palm. Thick power surged. The second palm followed closely. This palm was even bigger and enveloped the entire region. Master, this is a restriction seal. You can't use force. He Yuan warned loudly. The stronger the resistance, the stronger the attack. Lin Fei could indeed sense that the second palm was more powerful. Damn it! Lin Fei cursed inwardly as he quickly retreated. The sky above the swamp had been reduced to ruins by the palm. Lin Fei and He Yuan appeared in another place. Don't tell me we've arrived at a forbidden area. Lin Fei raised his head. The illusionary world and the palace had all disappeared. However, Lin Fei had personally experienced the changes in the swamp below. That palm strike had practically turned the swamp into ruins, leaving behind only sludge filled with a rotten smell. Hard to say. He Yuan looked around. However, one thing is for sure. We won't be able to fly in the sky for the time being. We have to leave by land. Lin Fei experienced the power of his attack just now. He hadn't reached his limit yet. If he hadn't taken the initiative to withdraw his power just now, perhaps an even stronger wave of attacks would have befallen him. Lin Fei really did not dare to make a move to break the great restriction in the sky. He only had one. 3 trillion reputation points left, and that was his final trump card. It was best not to use it in a place like this. Let's go out from the ground and observe along the way. Let's see where we are. The swamp was huge. The previous attack had only destroyed a small part of it, not even the tip of the iceberg. Lin Fei and He Yuan carefully flew above the swamp at a low altitude. Here it comes again. A divine power struck the surface of the lake in front of them. Long, winding rivers surged violently. This was not the first time they had encountered an attack. He Yuan easily dispelled the river's attack. I might have guessed where we are. He Yuan said after defeating the river with a palm strike. Lin Fei had never seen such a place before and mistook it for an essence, soul, mystic realm. These divine power attacks could be seen everywhere and were impossible to guard against. Even he was starting to get annoyed. What place is this? The Myriad God mountain range of yesteryear, He Yuan said in a deep voice. I was fortunate to have heard of this place before. The Myriad God mountain range is a place where many experts perished. After their deaths, their thoughts did not dissipate. They either became divine powers or formed essence, soul mystic realms. We have really entered the Myriad God Mountain Range. Lin Fei really did not know about the Myriad God Mountain Range. Thinking about the Thousand Victories continent's icy world, even a top-notch ultimate god might not be able to withstand it. There was a natural barrier blocking the way, and no one could pass through it to reach the Myriad God continent. It was only normal for the Myriad God continent's entrance to be in the Myriad God Mountain Range. Without a map or a guide, one might not be able to find the entrance even after walking for 1,000 years. It would be even more difficult to persevere for 1,000 years. We're going to be tired again. After finding out about the Myriad God Mountain Range, Lin Fei did not dare to be careless. A few days later, He Yuan captured a team and obtained the information he wanted. This was really the Myriad God Mountain Range. It was vast, and they seemed to be in the depths. After confirming that they were in the Myriad God Mountain Range, Lin Fei subsequently obtained a detailed map. Even though Mo Wuhua had provided him with the route, Lin Fei still had to study it again. Fortunately, Mo Wuhua's route was correct and did not hide anything. Lin Fei was very satisfied with this. After comparing the map, Lin Fei and He Yuan sped up and left the Myriad God Mountain Range. As for the more dangerous regions of the Myriad God Mountain Range, they used their reputation to exchange for the danger detection skill, which allowed them to easily avoid the dangerous regions. Lin Fei finally witnessed the power of the Myriad God Mountain Range. It was a place that was completely like a special space. In addition to the divine powers and essence soul mystic realms, the ferocious beasts that lived in the mountain range were also augmented by divine powers. All of them had a great increase in strength and were incredibly powerful. Lin Fei and He Yuan encountered countless such ferocious beasts along the way. We're almost at the periphery. Standing on a high slope and looking down, they could vaguely see a huge city in the periphery of the mountain range. Above the city was a huge turtle that alternated between real and illusory. It was exceptionally eye-catching. This Myriad God continent is different from what I imagined. Lin Fei looked at the big city. Let's not talk about anything else. Just that big city alone is much more difficult to break through than the Thousand Victories Empire. He Yuan nodded. That should be the totem protection. There was basically no danger in the periphery. They thought that they could leave at will, but when they reached the edge, a problem arose. What a trap! They had thought that they could enter and leave at will, but Lin Fei encountered a restriction that prevented him from doing so. There should be an exit nearby. He Yuan said. Lin Fei tried several times to no avail. He wanted to break through the restriction with brute force, but the restriction seemed more domineering than he had imagined. As such, he did not dare to break through it. It was not worth it. After searching for half a day, they finally found an exit. Stop right there. There was a building at the exit that looked like a small town. When Lin Fei and He Yuan walked into the town, they were immediately stopped. What are you doing? He Yuan asked expressionlessly. It could be considered a small town. A dozen ultimate gods rushed out from the entrance. When they appeared, Lin Fei frowned. Chapter 30, 322. The divine venerable ones who rushed out were not very strong. Their abilities were between Tier 7 and Tier 8 divine venerable ones. They were more than enough to threaten ordinary people. However, it was not enough for Yi Xian and He Yuan. Many people in the town were standing far away. Another 2 rookies. They don't know that they have to pay a third of their loot after entering the 10,000 God mountain range. There's a first time for everyone, hee hee. The people of Brightness Town were used to this. The 10,000 God mountain range was the most special place in the 10,000 Gods continent. It had always been divided up by the major forces of the 10,000 Gods continent. They had all open entrances and exits to the 10,000 God mountain range. These entrances and exits were all controlled by them. It was easy to enter, but one had to pay a certain fee to leave. Were Lin Fei and He Yuan rookies? They were not rookies at all. Hand over a third of your belongings. Of course, you can choose not to. We'll have to do it ourselves. The divine venerable, standing in front of them, laughed. He did not seem to care about the two at all. Ha ha ha. They laughed out loud. Does this brightness town belong to the Temple of Light? Lin Fei suddenly asked them. The leader of the divine venerable ones said proudly, Since you know about the Temple of Light, hand over your belongings. Here, even the Emperor of Heaven can't do anything unless you're willing to offend the Temple of Light. In the 10,000 Gods continent, the Temple of Light was extremely influential. No one was willing to offend them. Ha 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 ha. Lin Fei laughed out loud. What are you laughing at? The divine venerable ones who spoke turned cold. They did not understand why he dared to laugh at the Temple of Light. Nothing. I just feel like I have some fate with the Temple of Light. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. I can't believe we met in a place like this. Therefore, I officially announce that we're robbing you. The tables had turned too quickly, just when everyone thought that the rookie was scared stiff. Lin Fei's words changed the nature of the situation. Robbery. Everyone present was collectively dumbfounded. What kind of joke was this? He actually dared to rob the Radiance Temple? Was he still dreaming? The Radiance Temple was an overlord-class force. In the myriad gods continent, a power that could cause an earthquake with a stomp of their feet actually dared to look down on them. There's something wrong with their brains. That was what everyone thought. How dare you rob us? The ultimate gods from Guangming Town laughed and looked at the two as if they were idiots. How dare he say something like that? Do it. Lin Fei smiled. Encountering a faction under the Radiant Temple had indeed exceeded Lin Fei's expectations. His original intention for this trip was to plunder the power of faith in the myriad gods continent. The most direct target was the Light Temple. Since they had met, they might as well make a move. Once Black Yuan's combat primordial spirit was unleashed, the shadows of his fists were like mountains. With each mountain and punch, the godly venerable experts in front of him were all sent flying. When they landed on the ground, they created a huge crater and were completely dead. Using cosmos gods to deal with deities was like using an anti-aircraft cannon to kill a mosquito. The people of Brightness Town were all dumbfounded. They subconsciously rubbed their eyes, unable to believe the scene in front of them. Why would they dare to act? That is an existence representing the Light Temple. In the myriad gods continent, no one dared to offend an overlord. But now, there were actually two rookies who dared to act against the Light Temple. Just thinking about it was hard to believe. Black Yuan killed the ultimate god in front of him with a single move. After that, he killed his way into Brightness Town alone. Anyone with a light aura was killed along the way. A grade 9 ultimate god overseeing the place was beaten to death the moment he showed his head. For a moment, the Brightness Town was quiet. Black Yuan soon returned. Master, this is the faith energy we have collected, as well as some divine abilities and other items. Black Yuan faithfully completed his mission, bringing back faith energy and some valuable treasures. Yi Xian casually swept through the items. Yi Xian glanced at them casually. The power of faith that he liked the most was worth more than 50 million. As for those treasures, they were all magic techniques that could be sold at a high price. I'll have to trouble everyone present to inform the Light Temple that the debt collectors are here. Hurry up and prepare. Lin Fei brought Black Yuan and left Brightness Town. The news of what happened in Brightness Town spread quickly. It can't be. Who did this? How dare they? Good kill. I wonder which side is the hero of this battle. This is the way to deal with the Light Temple. What? They're here to collect debts? Aren't they afraid of being destroyed by the Light Temple? Within the myriad gods mountain range, all the overlord forces, knew about the news. Other than shock, there was more shock. This was a direct provocation, and it was the Light Temple, the overlord force. Hearing that the two had stayed behind to collect debts, no one believed that they would succeed. The Light Temple's counterattack was terrifying. No matter what force the two had behind them, once they were targeted by the Light Temple, they were destined to meet a terrible end. Soon, everyone stopped paying attention to them. The city closest to Brightness Town was the first to receive the news. It was a city controlled by the Light Temple. Light Town has been robbed? This city was called Wanshan City, and it belonged to the Light Temple. Brightness Town was responsible for Wanshan City. After City, Lord Wan Yen received the news. He immediately summoned his trusted subordinates. His good mood immediately turned sour. To think that someone would come to cause trouble. They must be tired of living. They just left Brightness Town and are still in this area. Let's immediately arrange for people to capture them. A black-armored divine, venerable, said, "Let's spread the news that whoever captures them will be heavily rewarded by the Light Temple. I think everyone will be happy to capture them." In this area, the Light Temple had a great influence. No one in the surrounding cities dared to not give them face. Then let's do it. Wan Yen agreed with this method. We must keep them alive. I want to know which force ordered them to do this. From City Lord Wan Yan's point of view, not everyone had the guts to attack Brightness Town of the Myriad Gods mountain range. There must be someone behind this matter who is behind it. City Lord Wan Yen did not want to lose any clues and cause the higher-ups to have a bad impression of him. If that happened, it would be difficult for him to maintain his position. Although he was a city lord, the internal competition was also very fierce. Wan Yen had no choice but to be careful. If he was not careful, it could lead to big trouble. News spread from Myriad Mountain City. The surrounding cities also received the news immediately. The capture of two rookies began with a bang. Yi Xian and He Yuan did not hide their appearances at all. Therefore, images of the two quickly spread. Everyone could recognize them at a glance. Not long after they left, Yi Xian and He Yuan were surrounded. The Myriad Gods mountain range was a special place. The overlord forces all built large cities here. This area was very lively. News of any disturbance would immediately spread. City Lord Wan Yen of Wanshan City spread the news, and people were immediately tempted. Chapter 33:23. So fast! Not far away, they were surrounded by a group of godly venerables. The moment they arrived, they displayed their combat primordial spirit. With 3 heads and 6 arms, they attacked Black Yuan and Black Yuan mercilessly. He Yuan did not place these attacks in his eyes. He charged forward and started killing, leaving behind a ground full of corpses. At the same time, he left one alive and interrogated him for information. The influence of the Light God Temple is indeed huge. A single word from that city master made all these experts come. Lin Fei knew the reason. They were wanted by the Light God Temple. Their actions were so fast that they did not even require the Light God Temple to mobilize experts. Their influence in the Myriad God Great Continent was indeed extraordinary. Master, should we kill our way over? He Yuan did not care about these ants. He would kill as many of them as they came. That city master Wan Yen has released the news. It would be a pity if we don't meet him. Lin Fei really wanted to thank that city master for helping him spread the news. This was a way to gain prestige. He could also earn some money at the same time. Let's go to Myriad Mountain City. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. The moment He Yuan heard this, he knew that City Master Wan Yen of Myriad Mountain City was unlucky. Having followed this Lin Fei for a period, He Yuan was clear that this master of his was someone who meant what he said. His personal strength was so tyrannical that even 10 of him would not be his opponent. Even peak cosmos gods were killed. Even now, He Yuan could not figure out what was going on with that mysterious technique. Lin Fei and He Yuan did not hide their whereabouts. The news spread extremely fast. It's them. Ha ha ha, we're rich. 2 rookies dare to offend the light god temple. I wonder who gave you the guts. You can't escape. Just surrender. Groups of people surrounded them. Everyone wanted to capture these 2 so that they could leave a good impression on City Master Wan Yen, but they underestimated the strength of their opponents. Don't kill us. We're willing to hand over our faith energy. This is a misunderstanding. We'll give it to you. Here's our faith energy. We're only asking for our lives. We were lured by others. These people charged over excitedly, yet they were suppressed the moment they met. Lin Fei suggested using the power of faith to atone for his sins. None of the defeated ultimate gods dared to say anything. They obediently took out their power of faith. As for those who disobeyed, they were directly turned into ashes. After a while, no one dared to resist. Those ultimate gods who handed over the power of faith could finally rest assured. One by one, they turned around and ran away, too ashamed to stay any longer. The people who came later naturally did not know about this. Those godly venerables who were forced to hand over the power of faith did not dare to say anything. If they were unlucky, they could not wait for others to be unlucky too. These people were innocently tricked and followed in their footsteps. Along the way, Lin Fei's face was always brimming with smiles. This kind of robbery is really efficient. Ever since he left the Myriad God mountain range, Lin Fei had obtained 70 million power of faith. If converted to reputation, it was a huge number. Keep it up. On the way to Wanshan City, Lin Fei had robbed countless people. At the beginning, there were waves and waves of people coming. There was almost no free time. However, the closer they got to Wanshan City, the fewer people who came to capture them. Among those who were robbed, there were always some good people. They spread the news. Those who were ready to take action were completely dumbfounded. After learning about it through their friends, they were all so scared that they broke out in cold sweat. City Lord Wan Yen is cheating us. That's the great Demon King. So many people went, but they were all robbed. What's his background? I'm not going. I'm definitely not going. The ultimate gods who received the news could not stop wiping their sweat. It was a huge trap. Whoever went would be unlucky. Among those ultimate gods who went to capture those 2 rookies, there were some who were quite wealthy. However, they were all penniless overnight. It's them. They don't look that old. How can they be so terrifying? Who knows? I guess we'll have to send a top-level ultimate god. On the way to Wanshan City, a group of people followed behind Lin Fei and He Yuan. Those people were there to watch the show. They did not dare to get too close. There were more than 500 people whose assets had been plundered by these 2 fellows. All of them were teams of a few people, and there were even teams of dozens of people. However, they were all defeated by those 2 without exception. They've learned to be smart. Lin Fei shook his head slightly. He was not willing to give up. Indirectly, he had also gained some prestige. Although it was not much at the moment, it was still better than nothing. More and more people came to watch. Behind them, there was a huge crowd. After knowing that those 2 did not do anything to them, they called their friends over to join in the fun. From the current route, these people could guess one thing, and that was that the destination of the 2 seemed to be Myriad Mountain City, a large city controlled by the Light Temple. Are they crazy? So direct? Are you courting death? City Lord Wan Yen is a top-level ultimate god who can also summon totem power. No one was optimistic about those 2. Of all people, they had to fight Wanshan City and the Divine Light Temple. No one in the Myriad Gods continent had the guts to do that. At the same time, in the City Lord's residence of Wanshan City, they're really bold. Do they really think they can attack our Wanshan City just by dealing with a few small fries? City Lord Wan Yen could not help but laugh sarcastically when he heard the news. City Lord, We'll take care of them when they come. Wanshan City can kill them in a matter of minutes." The higher-ups of Wanshan City did not care about that matter. Anyone who dared to challenge Wanshan City's status would have to pay a price. Lin Fei and He Yuan quickly approached Wanshan City with their speed. Behind them, there were more than a few thousand people who came to watch the show. Gradually, there were close to 10,000 people. As it was close to the Myriad God mountain range, there was a large population. Everyone was excited when they heard that someone was going to provoke Wanshan City and did not want to miss such a good opportunity. That's Wanshan City. Wanshan City was located in another big mountain range. The mountains behind it were like a forest, grand and majestic. In the sky above Wanshan City, there was a faintly discernible angel. He was sacred and flawless, looking down on all living beings. Hee, Birdman Totem. Lin Fei chuckled. The Divine Light Temple is indeed unique. Just this arrangement alone is enough to prevent non-cosmos gods from breaking through Wanshan City. He Yuan was disdainful. Chapter 30:3-24. The myriad God continent cities were much stronger than the 1,000 victories continent cities. For example, Myriad Mountain City in front of him. Lin Fei knew what was going on at a glance. The cities of the 1,000 victories continent could not be compared. They were not on the same level. I can definitely harvest a lot of faith power in such a big city. Looking at Myriad Mountain City, Lin Fei smiled in his heart. The stronger the cities of the Myriad God continent were, the more Lin Fei liked them. He did not know who to attack, but the Divine Radiance Temple jumped out first. It could only be said that the Divine Radiance Temple was unlucky. If he did not bully them, who would he bully? Lin Fei had no qualms about making a move. Myriad Mountain City had long activated its array. That's them. Capture them. City Lord Wan Yen personally came out and stood on the city walls. A bounty could have settled the matter, but in the end, nothing was done. This made City Lord Wan Yen very uncomfortable. Just two fellows had caused such a ruckus. Myriad Mountain City had no place to put its face. For example, City Lord Wan Yen believed that many other city lords were watching this scene. If they could not stop the other party at their doorstep, they would really become a big joke. Knowing that the other party was heading for Myriad Mountain City, City Lord Wan Yen mobilized experts and waited. With a command, a team rushed out. A joint attack secret technique, raging waves, and several streams of light attacked. Their combat power instantly skyrocketed. The Myriad Mountain battle team is indeed powerful. Who said it wasn't? Any one of them can suppress an expert. Those two fellows are going to be in trouble. It's best to capture them. I've been robbed of one. 7 million faith power. Tycoon. The godly venerable experts who followed behind were all eager for those two fellows to be in trouble. They were all victims. He Yuan made his move. Without needing Lin Fei to say anything, He Yuan knew what to do. He activated his combat primordial spirit. He raised his hand and a great world came crashing down. Thud, thud, thud. One by one, the godly venerable experts fell and smashed into the ground, turning into a pile of mud. If you want to deal with my master, you'll have to get past me first. He Yuan killed the Myriad Mountain City team with one palm and then slapped the sky above Myriad Mountain City. Impudent. City Lord Wan Yan's face darkened. The angelic shadow above Wanshan City automatically retaliated. Its wings were like blades as they sliced at He Yuan's palm. Who is that person? So powerful. How domineering. He actually dared to attack Wanshan City. He's very bold, but he forgot that Wanshan City has the angel totem. He's moving. He's moving. City Lord Wan Yen also thought that the other party was courting death. The angel totem. That was the reputation of the Temple of Light, and it always had an extremely high deterrent force. No matter who attacked Wanshan City, they would not be able to escape the counterattack of the angel totem. City Lord Wan Yen was very confident that no matter who it was, they would not be able to act presumptuously here. The attack from the angel totem was unable to blast He Yuan's palm away. There was a loud rumbling sound. A huge force seeped into Wanshan City. The ultimate gods standing on the city wall fell down one by one. Their faces were filled with horror. Damn it! How can he be so strong? Even the angel totem couldn't break his attack. At least 9 stars peak ultimate god. The ultimate gods in Wanshan City felt uneasy. He Yuan acted once again. This time, the force was stronger than before. A huge world pressed down on Wanshan City. The angel totem retaliated once again, slashing down on the world. How could the world of a cosmos god be broken so easily? A loud sound reverberated. The entire Myriad Mountain City shook. Many cracks appeared on the buildings. He Yuan took advantage of the moment a gap appeared in the array of Myriad Mountain City. With a so, he charged into the city and sent another world crashing down. This time, City Lord Wan Yen and the others were dumbfounded. Pung pung pung! A world came crashing down. The huge Myriad Mountain City was instantly littered with corpses. A mere big city dares to act against my master? I shall give you the courage to do so. He Yuan was a cosmos god. With a sneer, he extended his hand and took out a cosmos god weapon before splitting the angel apart. Under the control of He Yuan's energy, the angel totem of Myriad Mountain City could not resist. The spectators outside were momentarily dumbfounded. Dumbfounded. I didn't see wrongly, right? That person has charged in. That's the Myriad Mountain City. In the past, more than a dozen apex gods and 7 or 8-star experts could not kill their way in. But now, am I seeing things? The Myriad Mountain City Lord was beaten to the point of vomiting blood in a single move. The angel totem could not even withstand a single blade from the other party. This is a peak expert. Too frightening! Seeing this scene, everyone present inhaled a breath of cold air. They wiped their sweat continuously. Those who had any ideas immediately gave up on it. Fortunately, they did not go. This was the common thought of everyone. The Myriad Mountain City is doomed. That's right, it's really doomed. He did not even place the light temple in his eyes. He Yuan was like an unparalleled war god as he descended into the Myriad Mountain City. His act of sending the angel totem flying with a single blade had undoubtedly shocked everyone. Nobody dared to act. Those who kneel will not be killed. The moment He Yuan said this, the huge Myriad Mountain City was filled with people kneeling down. At this moment, as long as one was not a fool, they would know one thing. The person in front of them could easily split the angel totem. What could the entire Myriad Mountain City use to fight against him? He Yuan rushed all the way into the city, Lord's residence, and took control of the formation. How could that little bit of defense withstand He Yuan's attack? He was invincible. Lin Fei landed on the Myriad Mountain City with a smile. Something big has happened. Myriad Mountain City has been taken over. 2 ruthless people have taken over Myriad Mountain City. Something big, something big. Myriad Mountain City has changed owners. Those who were observing the situation immediately spread the news after coming back to their senses. In an instant, the news was everywhere. The large cities near the Myriad Mountain Range were also the first to know. When they heard about it, they were all dumbfounded and did not know what to say. How could Myriad Mountain City be breached? It was guarded by the angel totem. Very soon, the recording stones of the scene fell into the eyes of many people. They would not have known if they had not seen it, but when they saw it, they were shocked. Myriad Mountain City had been activated, but someone had easily broken into it. What kind of situation was this? Who could so easily break into a large formation with a totem? The most unbelievable thing was that his angel totem could not even withstand a single blade strike from that person and had been sent flying. Just how powerful was that? When the city lords saw this, they realized one thing. Something big was going to happen. How terrifying was a person who could easily break through the defenses of a large city? What if he came to their large city? They shuddered. Everyone began to investigate the origins of these two people. Chapter 33:25. Wanshan City. The entire city was in a state of panic. Lin Fei had taken control of Wanshan City, but he had not opened the array formation. Therefore, the people in the city could not leave and could only stay there obediently. I'm rich. The first big city that he had conquered was more than Lin Fei had expected. In the city lord's treasure vault, Lin Fei saw many God of Faith cards, each of which contained 100 million power of faith. There were a total of 20 such cards, which was equivalent to 2 billion power of faith. He Yuan had turned the city lord's residence upside down and could not hide any hidden places. He was very dissatisfied with finding 2 billion power of faith. After city Lord Wan Yen had been severely injured, he had been tossed aside like a piece of trash. Without needing He Yuan to say anything, city Lord Wan Yen confessed that there was not much power of faith here. Once it reached a certain amount, it would be sent out immediately. These 2 billion power of faith had been accumulated for a long time. Obviously, Lin Fei was not satisfied with this explanation. After all, it was a big city. It was unreasonable to have only 2 billion power of faith. Seems like you're useless. There's no point in keeping you alive. Lin Fei was prepared to deal with city Lord Wan Yen. Wait, don't kill me. I can help you get more power of faith. City Lord Wan Yen gave up his dignity in the face of death. He just wanted to live. You can do it. Lin Fei glanced at city Lord Wan Yen. I can do it. City Lord Wan Yen nodded like a chick pecking at rice. Although the city lord's residence has no more power of faith, the forces in Wanshan City all have it. As long as I show up, they will not dare to refuse my request, even if they have 100 guts. Not bad, not bad. You will be in charge of this matter. If you do it well, you can live. Lin Fei quite liked this kind of petty person. He did not need to do anything himself, and he could do it well. Just as city Lord Wan Yen had said, he personally went to visit each of them, accompanied by He Yuan. The first thing he asked for was 90% of the power of faith. If they didn't give them the power of faith, they would be annihilated. In order to survive, city Lord Wan Yen was ready to risk everything. Even if these forces had a very high status in the Light Temple, or even had a big backer, he chose to ignore them all. Extortion, more extortion. There were many factions in Myriad Mountain City. In the beginning, there were a few who were unwilling to hand over the power of faith. In the end, city Lord Wan Yen took action and suppressed them. After that, they were all convinced. In just one day, the entire Wanshan City was filled with wailing. Everywhere city Lord Wan Yen went, he collected a large amount of faith power. Anyone with some wealth would be found, and if they didn't hand over their faith power, they would be killed. No one dared to voice their anger, not to mention city Lord Wan Yen. Just that fellow with a dark face could casually send the angel totem flying. Who would dare to be his enemy? Senior, this is the power of faith that they voluntarily handed over. City Lord Wan Yen took out a God faith card to flatter him. A total of 5 billion power of faith. Lin Fei smiled happily. He took the initiative to pat city Lord Wan Yan's shoulder. Good job. Collecting 5 billion power of faith. To be honest, Lin Fei was very happy. The city lord palace had only found 2 billion power of faith, but the factions in the city had collected 5 billion power of faith. This number made Lin Fei smile in his heart. 7 billion power of faith could be exchanged for a huge amount of prestige. This is what I should do. City Lord Wan Yen secretly heaved a sigh of relief. He knew that he didn't need to die for the time being. This feeling of being alive was very good. Senior, if you want the power of faith, it's actually not that difficult. City Lord Wan Yin didn't know what the other party's personality was. But if he wanted to continue living, he had to show that he was working hard. For example, offering an idea. You have an idea? City Lord Wan Yin nodded. I know a few big cities nearby, and they have a lot of power of faith. If Senior personally goes there, you don't even need to go in. I believe they will take the initiative to hand it over. He had obtained 7 billion power of faith from Wanshan City. Such a huge number had already attracted the attention of the surrounding big cities. Since he was going to plunder a large amount of power of faith from Wanshan continent, Lin Fei had to ensure that his strength would not be affected. This also required a huge amount of prestige as a foundation. Without City Lord Wan Yan's reminder, Lin Fei had already planned to do so. He would make a big fuss. In the end, it would spread. When the time came, Lin Fei didn't need to do anything. He believed that those people would be very happy to give him a huge amount of power of faith. This matter is not urgent. Lin Fei smiled. Tell me, if Wanshan City is attacked, what do you think the Temple of Light will do? City Lord Wan Yin thought for a while and said, Wanshan City is not a very big city in the Temple of Light, and its influence is not significant. When they find out, they will probably send a few 9 stars, peak ultimate gods. Lin Fei was not worried about who they would send, as the result would be the same anyway. He would deal with as many as they came. Ever since Wanshan City was attacked, the surrounding atmosphere had become oppressive. The 2 people who attacked Wanshan City had not come out of the city. The formation was still active and no one knew what they were up to. However, it was not a good thing for the big cities in the surrounding areas because until now, no one had figured out the origins of those 2 people. It was as if they had appeared out of thin air. Mysterious, very mysterious. Therefore, no one could rest assured that such people did not leave. In particular, there was news recently that Wanshan City had been looted. The city lord's mansion was looted. The major forces in the city were also looted and suffered heavy losses. No one could remain calm when the news came out. Even though the other party did not want treasures and only wanted power of faith, 90% of their wealth would be lost if they were targeted. No one could sit still. In fact, there were even some powers who were pondering whether or not they should leave the big city. This place was too dangerous. If the heavenly killer were to come knocking on their doors, who could stop him? It seemed that no one could stop them. Until now, they had not figured out how the other party broke through the formation's defense. Senior, they are here. They have sent me a message. City Lord Wan Yin had been on tenterhooks these few days. He was afraid that he would be punched to death one day. When the other party sent the news, he immediately reported it. Not reporting, City Lord Wan Yin did not dare to do so. If the other party became angry, he would not know how he died. Such speed! Lin Fei chuckled. It had been 10 days since he occupied Wanshan City. During these 10 days, he had been understanding the situation of the myriad god great continent. After understanding it, he did not dare to underestimate the myriad god great continent. This great continent was more than 10 times stronger than the 1,000 victories great continent. It had cosmos god totems protecting it. As for whether there were any living cosmos gods protecting it, that was unknown. Chapter 33:26. In the direction of the myriad god mountain range, a group of people came from the Temple of Light. Their leader was a gray-robed elder. He was an elder of the Temple of Light, Shur Pashan. When Shur Pashan heard that Wanshan City had been taken over, especially by 2 people, Shur Pashan cursed on the spot. How could City Lord Wan Yin be the city lord? After that, the families and forces of Wanshan City were extorted by City Lord Wan Yin. Shur Pashan had the intention to kill when he heard this. In Wanshan City, Shur Pashan's family was in the city. When the news came back, as the head of the family, he hated City Lord Wan Yin and the other 2 guys. Shur Pashan really wanted to ask City Lord Wan Yin, who gave him the courage to take the lead in extorting the clans in the city, and now the city was filled with complaints. Therefore, he personally came with his people. If this matter was not resolved, the Temple of Light would become a joke. Elder Shur, we are about to reach Wanshan City. There is news from inside that those two people are still in the city, Lord's residence. City, Lord Wan Yen has become their lackey and is constantly fawning on them. A confidant came to report. Shur Pashan's killing intent was cold. When we take back Wanshan City, the first thing we will deal with is that bastard Wan Yen. As for those two guys, I will skin them alive. No matter who is behind them, they will not be able to withstand the anger of the Temple of Light. Is that so? A cold snort came from the sky. Immediately, a huge world came crashing down. Be careful. The voice suddenly stopped. A figure appeared. It was He Yuan, his eyes cold. Who do you think you are? You only brought a little more than 20 people. Do you really think you are something? A powerful elder from the Temple of Light came along with more than 100 subordinates. They were all elites of the Temple of Light. As soon as this force appeared, everyone knew. Everyone had been paying close attention. However, before this group of people could reach Wanshan City, they were suppressed by a huge world. More than 100 elites were directly annihilated. Gone. That Shur Pashan is an elder. In the Temple of Light, he has the strength of a 9 stars top-level ultimate god, but he was killed in one move. Is there a peak ultimate god among those two guys? Peak ultimate god. What a terrifying method. Shur Pashan is still an elder with quite a reputation, yet he has been utterly defeated. The city lord level characters who were paying attention couldn't remain calm. This was not a good result. Wan Yen, you old thing, you dare betray the Light Temple? In the city lord's mansion, Shur Pashan's power was sealed, and he was thrown in front of Lin Fei. When this person saw City, Lord Wan Yen, his eyes turned red. He glared at him and scolded him. Shur Pashan didn't expect that he would become a prisoner before he even saw the person. This was different from what he had imagined. Governor Wan Yen had become thick-skinned in such a short period of time, further proving that he had foresight. That was a 9 stars peak ultimate god. Yet he took him down without making any noise. This method was truly shocking. Shur Pashan, don't mention the Temple of Light. They let me be the city lord. But in this big city, who would take me seriously? It's all because of the will of your elders. City, Lord Wan Yen also threw caution to the wind. At this point, there was no turning back. City Lord Wan Yen very honestly stood on Lin Fei's side. Lin Fei looked at Shur Pashan with a smile. Wan, I'll leave this person to you. I still need him in a few days. Don't kill him. If he dies, I'll kill you immediately. City Lord Wan Yen was overjoyed. Thank you, sir. A small elder, Lin Fei, didn't care. I'll leave him to you, but there's something I need you to do. I hope you won't let me down. Lin Fei said, Sir, please instruct me. City Lord Wan Yen cupped his hands. The last time I was wanted by you, I remember being chased by a lot of people. I am a person who holds a grudge the most. Lin Fei looked at City Lord Wan Yen. I think you should know what to do. City Lord Wan Yen quivered and nodded. Sir, I understand. I promise to do it properly. However, I need Sir Black to accompany me. I'm a lowly person. I'm afraid they won't give me face. No problem. Lin Fei smiled. Blackrock City, the closest city to Myriad Mountain City. In the city lord's mansion, the Blackrock City lord was enjoying a song and dance. Recently, as a neighbor of Myriad Mountain City, the Blackrock City lord was under a lot of pressure. He called someone to dance for him to relieve his worries. City lord, something bad has happened. A subordinate hurriedly ran in, his forehead full of cold sweat. The Blackrock City lord's face darkened. Who let you in? City lord, Myriad Mountain City. Lord Wan Yen has brought experts here. He said that he's here to collect a debt. He said that if you don't go out, he'll attack the city. The higher-ups who were enjoying the song and dance could no longer sit still. They were panicking. Why are they here? This doesn't make sense. The Black Rock City Lord was completely stunned. That was a killing machine. They're out. Outside Black Rock City, Lord Wan Yen felt extremely domineering. This kind of thing was unimaginable in the past. Awe-inspiring, truly awe-inspiring. Brother Wan, what are you doing? The Black Rock City Lord hurriedly came out. Although there were only 2 people outside, the Black Rock City Lord did not have the slightest bit of confidence because the expressionless person standing next to him was the scariest. A peak hierarch expert. I didn't do anything. I just came with a password from Master. I hope Black Rock City Lord will listen to it. City Lord Evershine said in a business-like manner. Password? The Black Rock City Lord's heart skipped a beat. The situation was not good. If it was possible, the Black Rock City Lord really did not want to see the other party. Brother Wan, speak. I'm listening. The Black Rock City Lord did not have any imposing manner of a city lord at all. My lord was chased by your Black Rock City previously, which made him very angry. City Lord Wan Yen said indifferently, so he asked me to come and attack your Black Rock City. However, under my persuasion, Lord said that it's fine if you don't attack Black Rock City, but you have to hand over 6 billion faith energy within an hour. The Black Rock City Lord's heart sank. This was bad news falling from the sky. What to do? 6 billion faith energy in an hour. The higher-ups behind the Black Rock City Lord had a change of expression. The thing that they were most worried about had finally happened. Brother Wan, 6 billion faith energy is too much. The Black Rock City Lord cried. Can it be a little less? Attack? The Black Rock City Lord did not have that thought. City Lord Wan Yen said, I don't have a choice. Who in your city wants to kill my lord? This is the best choice. If you don't hand it over in 2 hours, Lord He will personally take action. He Yuan's expressionless face instantly gave them a huge pressure. Brother Wan, let's discuss this first. The Black Rock City Lord called for the higher-ups to discuss. Either they give the faith energy, or the city will be attacked. Chapter 33:27 Myriad God Mountain Range. Recently, there was a huge matter spreading in this region. Have you heard? The Crimson Star City has been targeted too. They have handed over 5 billion faith energy. That Myriad Yen City Master is a good-for-nothing. That's right. Who said otherwise? According to what I know, the nearby cities have all been robbed. According to hearsay, the faith energy involved exceeds 60 billion. That is too crazy. Doesn't that fellow know the consequences of doing so? In many restaurants, everyone was talking about this matter. The dozen cities included various deity race superpowers. It was fine if they robbed the Light God Temple, but why did they include everyone? Furthermore, no one could find a reason to refute that excuse. During this period, 2 cities tried to resist, yet they were destroyed by that Lord Black alone. The city masters were killed too, and their corpses were hung in the sky above the cities. After that, no one dared to say anything. They could only swallow their anger. Wasn't it just faith energy? They could just hand it over. Compared to death, this loss was nothing. They could earn it back. Lin Fei was in a good mood during the recent few days. City Lord Wan Yen was very good at doing things. He extorted all of the surrounding 13 cities for the same reason, adding on the city lords who were not convinced. After a round of beating, everyone gave up and obediently handed over their faith energy. 72 billion power of faith. This was the faith energy that he collected. As for what those superpowers behind him would think, Lin Fei did not care at all. I'll first convert 50 billion of the faith energy. The remaining 100 billion might seem quite a lot, but to Lin Fei, it was not something he could guarantee. After converting 50 billion faith energy, His reputation began exploding. 2 trillion, 3 trillion for trillion. Every time his reputation broke through, Lin Fei would be grinning from ear to ear. 630 billion. The number of his reputation soon stopped. Faith energy is indeed better than just collecting the reputation. Lin Fei grinned. With this 600 billion, even if a peak cosmos god came, he would die within 3 blades. This is the source of my confidence. Originally, Lin Fei did not have much confidence in the bottom of his heart. But now it was different. The myriad gods continent was the best place the heavens had given him. My reputation has increased greatly. It's time for me to leave this place. Lin Fei was prepared to leave Myriad Mountain City to see the true myriad god continent. Master, there are a lot of people outside. They should be from the forces behind us. He Yuan came in to report. Lin Fei had been immersed in his prestige and naturally did not notice the situation outside Wanshan City. With a sweep of his divine sense, there were indeed many people outside, all of them exuding a tyrannical aura. Among them, there was the aura of an old acquaintance of the Light Temple. You came just in time. Lin Fei was all smiles. Just now, with a glance, these people seemed to have great backgrounds. I just used up a large amount of power of faith. They really came at the right time. He Yuan observed a moment of silence for them. The people outside were going to be out of luck. Outside Wanshan City, wave after wave of people gathered together. These people were all celestial races from the myriad gods continent. Every celestial race had great influence, and at this moment, more than one celestial race had appeared. Wan Yen, open the array formation immediately. On top of the city wall, City Lord Wan Yen looked calm, ignoring the other party's words. I'm sorry, Lord won't open the array formation. If you want to come in, you can fight your way in. I believe you can do it. With such a powerful backer around, City Lord Wan Yen knew how to seize the opportunity. After extorting 13 cities, City Lord Wan Yen knew that once he lost his backer, he would definitely die. Moreover, it would be the kind of death that would result in him dying 100 times over. That was tens of billions of power of faith. City Lord Wan Yan's entire fortune had barely exceeded 100 million power of faith, and he had used all sorts of methods to obtain it. Outside the city wall, the 3 elders of the Light Temple were furious. Wan Yen, you traitor! One of the white-browed elders shouted. You should know the consequences of being a traitor. Open the array formation immediately, and I can spare your life. Everyone was very surprised to hear City Lord Wan Yen ignore the 3 elders of the Light Temple. Was that mysterious guy really that powerful? Was it worth it for City Lord Wan Yen to fall out with the Light Temple? This seemed too unwise. They can do whatever they want. We just want that guy to return our power of faith. That's right, our power of faith is not that easy to take. Do they really think we're fat sheep? Groups of 3 to 5 people stared at Miriam Mountain City. They're here, it's that guy. I heard that he's teaching Lord He, right? That mysterious young man is their leader. City Lord Wan Yen really has a problem with his head. No matter how strong they are, how can they be a match for the Light Temple? Watch carefully, they're going to be in trouble soon. Once the elders of the Light Temple attack, not everyone can stop them. Lin Fei landed on top of the city wall with He Yuan. Young man, you're the one who occupied Myriad Mountain City and captured an elder of the Light Temple. Who gave you the courage to do this? The white-browed elder's eyes were cold, as if he was judging a dead man. He quickly searched his mind, but could not find any information about this person. Yes, it's me. Lin Fei smiled. It's your Light Temple's fault for offending me, right? And you celestial clans, are you all here to cause trouble for me? Kid, you talk big. Hand over the power of faith you stole and break one of your arms, and we can pretend that nothing happened. No one can get away with robbing our celestial wolf, celestial clan. We're from the three-eyed celestial clan. Hand over the power of faith and come with us. Tell us the force behind you. It's not that simple to kill our city lord. The force behind you must pay the price in blood. One by one, the great celestial clan spoke. Their goal was simple: either hand over the power of faith or accept punishment. If they did not do something after their power of faith was stolen by someone alone, they would become a complete joke. They had to hand over an explanation today. As for that Lord Hay, he was very strong. They had also brought experts with them, peak ultimate god experts. As a great celestial clan, it was not difficult for them to bring out one or two of them. Lin Fei said to City Lord Wan Yen, "Are they very famous?" City Lord Wan Yen immediately said, "The great celestial clans here are all very influential. Those who came today are all reputable people. There are also 13 peak ultimate god experts. No, it's 16. The 3 from the Light Temple are also peak ultimate gods." The corner of Lin Fei's mouth curled into a smile. "They're all big fish. I can probably exchange them for a lot of power of faith." He did not hide his words from everyone, so they heard him clearly. "How dare you capture us? Kid, come out. Let me see what makes you think you can capture me." Chapter 30, 328. Myriad Mountain City. A total of 13 major clans had come, and every single one of them had great influence. The famous Divine Light Temple was not one of them. When they saw the young man standing on the wall, the major clans present all had different expressions. Some were angry, some were curious, and some were in disbelief. The person who came seemed too young. Such a person had caused such a huge commotion near the Myriad God mountain range of the Myriad God continent, extorting tens of billions of prestige points from 13 major cities. No matter what, they could not take it lying down. When they heard what the other party said, they felt even more uncomfortable. He was completely looking down on them. The 13 major clans outside, together with the experts from the Divine Light Temple, numbered more than 100 people. Thick auras shot into the sky, and they looked menacing. "You want to fight with me? Fine, I'll fulfill your wish," Lin Fei said with a smile. He did not care about the people outside. City Lord Wan Yen knew that Lord Lin was very powerful, but none of the 13 major clans outside were easy to deal with. His heart skipped a beat. Only He Yuan looked indifferent, as though he was looking at a bunch of trash. Did he really come out? They were just saying it. With the protection of the city's array formation, no fool would rush out to fight with them. Even a peak godly venerable would not be able to stop 100 people. He's really bold. He'll regret it later. No one has ever looked down on us. The people outside were already eager to try. As long as the other party came out, he would not be able to return to Myriad Mountain City. They all knew that the young man was the leader. Once they took him down, no matter what background he had, he would be in trouble. No one could steal something from them and still get away with it. Lin Fei passed through the array formation and arrived outside Myriad Mountain City. "Kid, you're finally willing to come out." The moment Lin Fei left the array formation, a huge hand came down from the sky, not giving him a chance to escape. "Ha!" Lin Fei shot into the sky. With a puff, his hand was pierced and blood gushed out. In that charge just now, Lin Fei had turned into a nail. The person who attacked was unlucky, and one of his hands was crippled. Who else? Let's continue. I'm pretty free these days, anyway. Lin Fei smiled faintly. The one who attacked was an elder of the Heavenly Spirit God clan. At this moment, this elder of the Heavenly Spirit God race had a pained look on his face. His palms were filled with cracks, as though they were on the verge of shattering. The scariest thing was that the cracks had spread up, covering a third of his body. Was it scary? Of course it was terrifying. Lin Fei easily broke apart the attack of the Heavenly Spirit God clan elder. The fleshy body of a cosmos god was not something anyone could grasp. It was no different from smashing an egg against a rock. The heavenly spirit god race actually failed. Peak ultimate god. He's definitely a peak ultimate god. Take him down. We'll definitely be able to find out who's behind this. The elder of the heavenly spirit god clan gave up. The other party's strength was even more terrifying than he had imagined. If they were to go all out, who would be able to block a single punch from that brat? No wonder he had the confidence to come out of Wan Shan City. He really did not care about them. Many people? It was useless. The conjecture of the heavenly spirit god clan elder was indeed correct. Not enough. Not enough. I've just punched out once. Didn't you all want to fight me one-on-one? The 13 great god clans wrong. It was the 12 great god clans. The other party was simple. From start to end, it was just a single punch. A punch to the left, a punch to the right, breaking apart their attacks. The remaining elders of the 12 great god clans were all injured. The power of a single punch from Lin Fei had not only broken apart their attacks, it had also injured them. How could the strength of a cosmos god be so easily defended against? This was even with Lin Fei showing mercy. He was afraid that if he used too much strength, he might accidentally kill them. That would be a huge loss. It was not worth it. You all have really disappointed me. Lin Fei shook his head. He pointed at the Light Temple elder not far away. They can't do it? What about you all? Do you want to come up and give it a try? The 13 great god clans no longer had any thoughts. The power of a single punch caused them to feel unbearable pain. Their fleshy bodies, which they were usually proud of, were currently filled with many cracks as if they were about to shatter. Such control of strength was not something anyone could achieve. The current them could not do it. In other words, that person disdained from killing them. Otherwise, it would not be a problem for him to kill one of them with a single punch. They felt bitter in their hearts. They came with an overbearing aura, yet they were smashed by a single punch from the other party. There was no need to use any treasures or secret techniques. The other party's strength was unyielding. The expressions of the 3 elder experts of the Light Temple were no longer as calm. They were not fools. They had seen clearly what happened previously. The 13 experts from the 13 great god clans could not do anything to the other party. The other party dealt with them with a single punch every single time. That tyrannical strength made even them feel a lingering fear in their hearts. Right? They felt a lingering fear in their hearts. A junior had reached such a tyrannical degree of strength. It had completely changed their way of thinking. Their Light Temple was strong, but they did not have any chance of winning when fighting with the person in front of them. Why? You don't dare anymore. Lin Fei chuckled. Then take a punch from me. His punch was the best in the world. The 3 elders of the Light Temple were already wary of the other party. When the other party's punch came, their battle primordial spirits rushed out from behind them. However, they had underestimated the power of Lin Fei's punch. The power of the punch swept over with the weight of Mount Tai. The battle primordial spirits of the 3 elders of the Light Temple, the Birdman Angel, instantly exploded. As for the 3 elders themselves, they swayed and struggled to hold on, as though they would fall from the sky if they were the slightest bit careless. Just one punch had shattered all their thoughts. That young man was ridiculously strong. When did the myriad god continent have such a great expert? How could they not know of him? They suddenly felt like they had gone blind. Hundreds of people could not fight against one person. If this was spread out, they would be laughed at, which one of the people present was not famous. You've already fought, but unfortunately you're all useless. Lin Fei said, Do you know why I didn't kill you? It's because you still have some value. If you want to live, obediently hand over everything on you, and then obediently go to Myriad Mountain City. Lin Fei looked like he had them in the bag. The 13 great divine clans, including the Light Temple, all had ugly expressions. They were being held captive. Your Excellency is indeed very strong, But if we want to leave, you can't stop us." The three divine, venerable experts, through these words, turned into shadows and left, handing over everything on them. What kind of joke was that? They had a group of people. Even if they could not win, couldn't they run away? This was also the thought of the majority of the people present. Lin Fei snorted. "Did I allow you to leave?" Bang, bang, bang. The divine, venerable experts, who fled in three directions, exploded like fireworks. Chapter 30, 3:29. Without any warning, the three divine masters had all fled tens of thousands of miles away and were easily killed by this young man. More importantly, they did not even see the other party make a move. His means were terrifying. The 13 great divine clans were actually watching. Once the three divine masters could escape, it proved that the young man had the ability to hunt them down. Captives? At that time, it would actually be a joke. But the scene at this time scared them out of their wits. Several guys kept wiping their sweat. The three who boasted shamelessly about leaving were from this divine clan. "Senior, it has nothing to do with us if they want to leave. Don't kill us. We will immediately hand over everything." Yes, yes, we will immediately hand over everything. With the previous example, who would dare to leave? Lin Fei smiled faintly. "If anyone wants to try, feel free to go. I promise to fulfill your wish." His gaze swept across the 13 great divine clans. All the great divine clans that Lin Fei's gaze swept across lowered their noble heads and did not dare to breathe loudly. The pressure was immense. Finally, it was the Light Temple's turn. "Your Excellency, you are very strong. The Light Temple will not interfere in this matter," the white-browed elder said. "As long as you let us leave, we can give up Wanshan City and give it to you." To make them make a choice in such a short period of time, it could be said that they had to swallow their anger. The 13 great divine clans were all shocked. It was really incredible and quite unexpected for such words to come out of the mouth of the Light Temple. To make the Light Temple lower its head was something that they did not even dare to think about. However, on second thought, they understood the intentions of the Light Temple elders. They were going to ask for reinforcements. Once they left, the Light Temple would definitely have more powerful experts in the future. No one had ever made the Light Temple suffer losses. Revenge was necessary. Lin Fei originally came to the Light Temple. The bigger the disturbance, the better. He could also gain prestige and give face to the 3 Light Temple elders. In his opinion, what was the use of that little bit of face? Who cared? Face? Does the Light Temple have a lot of face? I took Wanshan City, so it is mine. Now hand over your things and be obedient captives, and you can live. Lin Fei said. The 3 elders of the Temple of Light were furious. Bastard, the Temple of Light won't let you off. The white-browed elder said with resentment in his eyes, "Since you're courting death, I'll grant your wish." A shadow flashed by, and the white-browed elder turned into a bloody mist, dyeing the sky red. Lin Fei acted as if he had not moved at all. However, everyone had seen him move just now. It was just that his speed was too fast. By the time they caught sight of him, he had already returned to his original position. Those who were weaker were basically unable to tell. One punch to death. Domineering, very domineering. The 13 Protoss wiped off their sweat again. If it were them, they wouldn't be able to withstand it either. Terrifying, truly terrifying. The faces of the 2 elders of the Waimei Godly Temple and the people behind them instantly turned pale. "You," Lin Fei said with a smile. "I don't want to say it again, unless you want to die." "Of course, if you want to die, I'll just waste some energy at most. There's no difference." "We'll do it." The elder of the Light Temple gritted his teeth. They couldn't withstand the power of that punch at all. At that moment, they really smelled the aura of death. Usually, they were very strong, and even if they encountered a powerful master, they wouldn't necessarily lose very badly. But today, they saw what an invincible expert was. One punch to kill an elder. This required extremely tyrannical strength, which could not be killed by ordinary strength. Without saying anything, they immediately chose to admit defeat and bow their heads. It was more important to save their lives. As for what would happen next, they could only take it one step at a time. The forces of the Light Temple of Wanshan City were all heartbroken at this moment. They originally thought that they could count on the Light Temple to take down that guy and at the same time get back their losses. But the scene outside really shocked them. For a moment, they didn't have this idea anymore. That person was really a great demon king. The Light Temple's elder couldn't withstand the power of one punch. If they didn't know his strength, they would really think that he was going easy on them. My lord mighty, City Lord Wan Yen was even more of a lackey. Thick thighs, really thick thighs. The 3 Light Temple elders that came, any one of them was stronger than City Lord Wan Yen, and they could deal with him with a flick of their fingers. But in front of Lord Lin, they were done with one punch. Domineering, really domineering. I'll leave them to you. Look after them first. I believe they won't do anything rash, Lin Fei said to City Lord Wan Yen. Everyone present took the initiative to offer their treasures. Even if they had 100 guts, they wouldn't dare to run. That method was really unimaginable. Even if they were experienced and knowledgeable, they still couldn't think of what it was. Even if they thought for a lifetime, they probably wouldn't be able to think of it. That was the system's auxiliary killing technique. It really killed people without a trace. Lin Fei wasn't interested in ordinary things, except for the power of faith. He had collected a large pile of treasures. Just the power of faith alone was one. 2 billion, and this was secondary. The important thing was that they had people in their hands, which meant that it was all power of faith. My lord, this is their identity and status in the 10,000 God continent. City Lord Wan Yen sent over a document. The document listed the status and influence of the 13 major God clans. It was very detailed, and one wouldn't know if one didn't look at it. Lin Fei was really satisfied with this city, Lord Wan Yen. He was really good at handling matters. Well done. Lin Fei smiled. Take the document back and list out a ransom. You should be familiar with this, right? City Lord Wan Yen was really impressed. Capturing people and asking for ransom. This was like flying into the sky. If it was someone else, City Lord Wan Yen wouldn't dare to do it even if he had 100 guts. He wouldn't even know how he died. But this time he was full of confidence. My lord, don't worry. I will definitely make them pay a satisfactory ransom. City Lord Wan Yen patted his chest and guaranteed. Go. City Lord Wan Yen went to work happily. Master, actually it's better for us to go to them directly. There's no need to go through so much trouble. He Yuan said. There's no rush. Lin Fei naturally wouldn't say that this was to gain some prestige. Since he had nothing to do, why not do it? At the very least, Lin Fei could give it a try. 60 billion power of faith wasn't something to be trifled with. If that old monster jumped out, he would have to be prepared to be stabbed. It would definitely feel good. Lin Fei was really looking forward to this. The 10,000 God continent was quite mysterious. Perhaps this day wouldn't be too far away. Now, Lin Fei wanted to make a big fuss and let those people know about this. When the matter slowly developed, it would be easy. Chapter 33:30. What happened in the Myriad God mountain range quickly spread. The 13 great God clans and the Light Temple were all defeated by a mysterious young man from Myriad Mountain City. What was most shocking was that the 13 captive elders of the Light Temple and the great God clans had all been ransomed, or they would be executed within a certain period of time. When the news came out, there was another uproar. 1 spread to 10, 10 spread to 100, and it spread at an extremely fast speed. Anyone who heard the news did not know what to say for a moment. Ransom. His guts were boundlessly big. This was the Myriad God continent, where experts were as common as the clouds. Who would dare to do such a thing? Even if they had a powerful background, they might not be any better. That guy is courting death. It could be said that everyone was thinking the same thing. Outside Myriad Mountain City, as the news spread, many experts came to join in the fun. It was the first time they had seen such a major event. They wanted to know who was so audacious as to demand a ransom above the 10 great god clans and the Light Temple. In just half a month's time, it was bustling outside Myriad Mountain City. There were tens of thousands of people gathered here, and the majority of them were onlookers. No one could guarantee that there was no one among them who was planning to fish in troubled waters. Awesome! Gaining hundreds of millions of reputation every day. In the city, Lord's residence, Lin Fei narrowed his eyes, his expression relaxed, completely unaffected by the people outside. "My lord, someone has come to pay the ransom again," City Lord Wan Yen reported, like a lackey. "That one?" Lin Fei asked. "The heavenly spirit god race." City Lord Wan Yen reported. "They are the most timid. They have already reported what happened that day. As long as they are smart, they will know how to choose." Lin Fei did not kill them, but spared their lives, in fact, because of this. Only by spreading the news himself would it be the most reliable. Outsiders? Forget it. They would lack a sense of identity. Send out the news that if they do not pay the ransom within 10 days, they will all be killed. Lin Fei closed his eyes, meditating. The heavenly spirit god race has paid the ransom. They're coming out. The people of the heavenly spirit god race came out of the Myriad Mountain City, and without saying a word, they boarded the battleship and left immediately. They had lost all their face. Why didn't they take revenge? Why didn't they attack Wanshan City and force the other party to hand over the man? In fact, it was because they didn't dare. He didn't have the confidence. According to the information that was sent back, the young man's strength was tyrannical and unfathomable. He could defeat his opponent with a single punch, and similarly he could kill with a single punch. His methods were even more strange and mysterious. After learning the situation, the Heavenly Spirit God clan chose to pay the ransom. The Heavenly Spirit God race couldn't afford to offend a fellow whose background they couldn't see through. Didn't they see that he even dared to kill people from the Radiant Temple? That was a truly ruthless person. In the Myriad Gods continent, the Radiant Temple was one of the top 10 factions. After the Heavenly Spirit God race, the Celestial race came one after another to pay the ransom and leave. None of them dared to say anything, at least not now. "My lord, this is the ransom paid by the 13 major godly clans. It's a total of 30 billion power of faith. Now, only the Temple of Light is left." City Lord Wan Yen brought over the power of faith. 30 billion power of faith was divided among the 13 clans. It wasn't a lot, with each clan only having about 2 billion power of faith. It wasn't considered high, but it was still within an acceptable range. Lin Fei was quite satisfied. Back then, he had left the matter to Wan Yen because he didn't want to do it himself. He didn't expect this fellow to be so capable. "Well done." Lin Fei smiled and casually took out a weapon of faith. "This is for you." There were good and bad faith weapons. What Lin Fei took out was naturally a good one. It made Wan Yen so happy that he couldn't close his mouth. He couldn't help but feel grateful. "My lord, I believe that the Radiant Temple will definitely not be satisfied. They might send a true expert or even summon the power of the totem." Wan Yen voiced out his conjecture. "It's fine." Lin Fei smiled. "If the Radiant Temple dares to make a move, the ransom will be increased 5-fold. If they don't pay, we'll kill them. We'll make the Radiant Temple a laughingstock. If they don't redeem their own people, let's see who will be willing to risk their lives for them. Summon the power of the totem?" Lin Fei was disdainful. The current Lin Fei was truly rich and overbearing. Outside Myriad Mountain City, many people were watching the show. The 13 great god clans brought the ransom and brought the person away. Nobody was surprised. Everyone basically knew what happened in Myriad Mountain City. The battle that day had also been spread out. That person in Myriad Mountain City had an unfathomable strength. Some even suspected that he was an ultra-expert who was half a step into the cosmos god realm. It became normal for these god clans to pay the ransom. The main event is about to begin. Who says it isn't? The Radiant Temple will definitely not take this lying down. Who knows, there might be a formidable fellow coming this time. That's true. Why don't you see how influential the Radiant Temple is in the myriad god great continent? Everyone was looking forward to the Radiant Temple exploding. They also hoped that the person in Myriad Mountain City would teach the Radiant Temple a deep lesson. He's here, he's here. He's finally here. I wonder who will come. On the last day of the limited time, an enormous, illusory figure appeared by the horizon. As soon as the phantom appeared, it stretched across the sky and was incomparably huge. When it got closer, everyone could see clearly that it was an angel, a great 12-winged angel. It was an illusory shadow, but it gave everyone a huge shock. His breathing quickened, and his pupils constricted. The divine Son of Light is here. The illusory 12-winged angel can only be summoned by the divine Son of Light from the Temple of Light. Don't think that the great 12-winged angel is just an illusion. That is an attack from a cosmos god. Wanshan City is going to be destroyed. No matter how strong that person is, how can he be a match for a great 12-winged angel? I bet that the person inside won't be able to withstand 10 moves. The phantom of the great 12-winged angel arrived quickly. The divine Son of Light stood on the shoulder of the great angel of 12 wings, like an emperor overlooking the world. I'll give you 10 breaths to come out. Bang, bang, bang. The huge impact crashed into the sky above 10,000 Mountain City, startling the formation of 10,000 Mountain City. The formation kept changing shape and ripples flashed. The divine Son of Light is so fierce. It's not just a normal kind of mighty and domineering. I'm really worried for that person. In the myriad god great continent, the reputation of the divine Son of Light was not small. He belonged to the top of the younger generation, and was in the same batch as the Son of Darkness and the Son of Myriad God. Actually, the divine Son of Light did not want to come. It was just a small matter. No matter how strong the other party was, he just had to summon the great angel totem over, and he could easily take down the other party. Chapter 33:31. The appearance of the 12-winged angel was enough to shock everyone, even if it was just a phantom. It was the divine Prince of Light. Everyone could tell that the Temple of Light took this matter very seriously. They had even arranged for the divine Prince of Light to come here. In theory, this matter should not have been handled by the divine Prince of Light. Of course, no one would have thought that the divine Prince of Light had actually come here to kill people and vent his anger. In the Boundless World Mountain, his anger had not been vented. The divine Prince of Light had been killed. Fortunately, no one knew about it. If this news were to spread in the great continent of 10,000 gods, it would be a joke. Fortunately, this news did not spread. The divine Prince of Light saw Wanshan City. It was not much different from what he had imagined. The phantom of the 12-winged angel landed thousands of miles away. The divine Prince of Light looked down at Wanshan City from high above. Any smart person would know what to do within 10 breaths. Unbeknownst to them, Lin Fei couldn't help but laugh when he heard the voice in the city, Lord's mansion of Wanshan City. Good heavens, what a coincidence to bump into him again. Lin Fei had a deep impression of this scheming divine Prince of Light. He had not expected to meet him again here. Divine Prince of Light, this is a big fat piece of meat. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. 10 breaths passed quickly. The divine Prince of Light did not attack immediately. He gave the other party 10 breaths to consider whether or not to surrender. In fact, he wanted to intimidate the other party, subduing the enemy without a fight. This would undoubtedly increase his influence. I gave you a chance, but you don't know how to cherish it. Don't blame me for being ruthless. The divine Prince of Light had come to vent his anger, but it would be best if he could increase his influence. Unfortunately, the other party did not know how to cherish it. It seems that you don't take the Temple of Light seriously. The divine Prince of Light said loudly, "Don't think that I can't do anything to you if you hide in Wanshan City. It's a piece of cake to deal with you." The array of Wanshan City was quite powerful. At the same time, it was protected by angels. Anyone who wanted to break through the array of Wanshan City would need a lot of time and effort. It was not something that could be done easily. There was still no sound from Wanshan City. This made the divine Prince of Light very unhappy. "Lead!" The divine Son of Light shouted again. However, this time, the voice that he shouted was one that no one recognized. There was a mysterious tone to it. Whoosh! At the divine Light Son's voice, the illusory angel that had been hiding in the array formation in Wanshan City was magically summoned. As soon as the angel was summoned, it knelt in the direction of the divine Son of Light. "Charge into the city, Lord's mansion, and capture him," the divine Son of Light ordered. They had never taken a mere 10,000 mountain city seriously. Even if they relied on the formation of the 10,000 mountain city, the result would be the same. No one could defend it. "Divine Prince of Light, good move!" summoned the angel inside the formation. "The person inside is going to have a headache." "Look, the angel has charged into the city, Lord's mansion." With the support of the powerful formation, that angel's battle prowess can be maintained at its peak. It's not something that those two can easily resist. Didn't they defeat City Lord Wan Yen because they controlled the formation last time? They won't be so lucky this time. The divine Prince of Light's move shocked countless people. They all knew that the divine Prince of Light was very powerful. They rarely saw him in action, but when he did, it was definitely a thunderous blow. He was famous for that. That day they had learned something new. The divine Prince of Light didn't need to do anything himself. He had attracted the attack of the angel in the formation, which was 100 times more powerful than if he were to attack himself. He was reaping the fruits of others' labor. The angel's shadow rushed into the city, Lord's mansion. Everyone thought that a huge battle was about to break out. However, at that moment, a hand reached out. The hand looked ordinary, but it was filled with domineering power. The hand grabbed the neck of the angel's shadow. How is that possible? It's been caught. That's an existence whose strength is comparable to that of a peak ultimate god. It might even be stronger. The people outside were dumbfounded. They knew that the two people in Wanshan City were very powerful, but not everyone could be so powerful that they could catch the angel's shadow with one hand. He's indeed very powerful. The divine Prince of Light was only testing them by using the angel's shadow to deal with them. It would be best if both sides suffered heavy losses. No matter how powerful you are, how can you be stronger than a great 12-winged angel? The divine Prince of Light sneered in his heart. There was a loud bang. The angel's shadow was caught by that hand and completely collapsed. A loud sound echoed. "Divine Prince of Light, I didn't expect you to have the guts to come back after I killed you last time. I really admire you." A voice came from the city, Lord's mansion. Immediately, a black figure walked out of the city, Lord's mansion. The divine Prince of Light's expression suddenly changed, and his face became ferocious. He would never forget that voice for the rest of his life. "It's you." The divine Prince of Light's eyes instantly turned scarlet. He wanted to kill someone. The guy who had killed his original body was actually here. That face, that voice. Who else could it be other than him? "You remember me very well, loser." Lin Fei stood on the wall of Wanshan City and looked at the divine Prince of Light with a smile. "Are you very surprised?" "Very surprised. However, you seem to be very angry. Did you not go to see the goddess recently? That won't do. When you are angry, you will be very impulsive. As the saying goes, impulsiveness is the devil. Shut up." Boom! Boom! The divine Prince of Light roared. That be asterisk starred. How could he let the news out? I'm going to kill him. I must kill him. Those people were all dumbfounded when they heard that. This was big news. The divine Prince of Light had been killed once. It was too shocking. It was so shocking that no one could believe it was true. A top genius had actually been killed. If the other party had not said it, no one would have known about it. They secretly observed the divine Prince of Light's expression. It was completely true. You really are angry. Lin Fei checked the support system. Indeed, his prestige was increasing. Do you want me to help you calm down? The divine Prince of Light was, after all, a popular figure. With the words loser and the fact that he had been killed once, it would be strange if his prestige did not increase. Go to hell. The great 12-winged angel made a move. He raised one hand and landed on the array with a loud bang. Whoosh! Whoosh! Powerful forces instantly crushed over. The huge formation of Wanshan City rippled like waves under this palm strike. Wave after wave, the huge formation completely disappeared with a cracking sound. More than half of the entire Wanshan City was instantly turned into ruins.